What is up, everybody? We are back in the building. Please give me a 1 in the comments if you can hear me okay. I'm going to stop talking right now. When I get my 1s in the comments, I'm going to start talking again because I need to know if you guys can hear me okay before I say all the things that I'm going to say. So, okay. All right, so we got the 1s in the comments. Thank you so much for helping me make sure that the sound quality is good. I don't know if you guys know about this, but apparently, from what I heard Adam the 22ster say yesterday on the No Jumper show, I have been kicked off of the No Jumper show. I was going to play the clip, but I don't want to get like a copyright strike or anything like that. But basically, this guy was like, in the beginning of the show, 607 Unc was like, we fired Brandon, doing his thing, whatever his thing is that he does. He was doing it. And then Adam was like, yo, we're gonna get into that a little bit later. He wasn't coming out with it immediately. And maybe he was still, mulling around over it in his head. He probably didn't want to speak on it until he thought about it, extensively. But he was pretty much forced to come out with his feelings regarding me remaining on the No Jumper show because I called into the show over something that I observed that Lush was doing. Now, if you know me, I call people out. And if I see something that I don't think that doesn't sit well with me, I have no problem calling people out on that. And at the same time, I have no problem with people calling me out on things that they see. I feel like holding people accountable is a very crucial part of friendship. If someone is not willing to hold you accountable, call you out on your BS, as they say, I don't think that person can ever truly call themselves your friend, because a friend is someone who, if they see you tripping or slipping, they call it out to make you aware of it, just in case you weren't aware, right? And that's what I do. Now, do I consider like every single person at No Jumper my friend? No, but even if you're not my friend, hold up real quick. Even if you're not my friend, I definitely I do consider those people to be colleagues. And when someone's your colleague, that means that you are all working together for a common goal. And as a person who was brought into No Jumper and given something like a deal, a per episode deal, I was just, my mindset is just like, hey, how do we take these videos from getting, 20,000 views or 70,000 views to getting a million views? That should be the mindset of anyone who comes into any situation. We can see just by the things that 607 Unc says, No Jumper is not, where they want to be right now. And that's no shade against them. I'm not going to bash No Jumper at all. I have no real issue with No Jumper at all. This is not Dark Brandon's arc into like hating No Jumper. No. I have no ill will against them, nothing bad to say about them. All I can say is thank you for the opportunity. I appreciate it. No hard feelings. You don't have to worry about me making negative videos. None of that stuff. I might react to something I see that's funny or that I might take issue with. But as far as like bashing No Jumper, I don't do that. Like, who cares? I mean, I still think No Jumper is a cool company. I still appreciate the fact that they hire people who otherwise would be unhireable. And they give them opportunities. What's up, man? I'm live. Okay, I will. My mic is popping. I don't know why my mic is popping. Hold on, guys. My mic is like doing this little pop thing. Can you guys hear? Testing. Hopefully that fixed it. But I hear like a little pop in my mic. And I don't know why. But if you guys hear that, let me know. Because I could always just restart my computer. But yeah. So I have no ill will towards them. Adam has not called me and said you're fired or you no longer gonna be working with No Jumper. But I'm just going off of what was said in yesterday's show and just reacting to it really and giving my thoughts and my sentiments about what was said. So I'm gonna share this video and I'm gonna go to the part where Adam said what he said, and I'll let you guys tell me what you think about what was said, and then I will get into why I believe Adam basically is, showing signs of.
You just watching reels?
No,
Maybe wanted to like cut ties with me, and from his perspective, if I put myself in his shoes, it makes total sense. But I want to get this clip first, and I'll let him, give his reason, and then I will tell you all what I think. But I think it's at 45, maybe. Hold on, let me see. Because it happened. I don't even know when I called in. Okay, maybe it's here.
Everybody feel it's worse than getting your feelings to make somebody want to fight somebody.
Say, nigga, I ain't tripping on.
Someone that I necessarily have the most sympathy for.
What made you decide to do this?
He knew it was happening.
Like,
okay,
he thought he was a part of the show.
About 10 seconds later, this motherfucker picked up a blunt, chewed it up, and
ate it.
And I see that.
That was
ate
one
that
of
shit.
the craziest things I ever
To be
seen.
on No Jumper.
Now, keep in mind, he doesn't smoke weed, and he doesn't smoke. He don't even smoke weed.
Drug.
Black people, even there are
He is, but he's still a homie.
bro, there are Hispanics.
oh, I don't like black people. That's the narrative we're running with.
Listen, you guys never hold anybody.
Raider is someone that he used to be over here, then he left.
Okay, so there was a situation where 607 Unc said the S word, a derogatory word that towards blood gang members, and he said it directly to Munchie B. Now, the context in which he said it, that's arguable. Some people say he didn't know he was saying it. I feel like 607 Unc knew exactly what he was doing. He's a troll. He's trying to get a reaction out of people. And what better way to get a reaction out of somebody safely than by saying some derogatory statement directed at a gang to someone who pretty much has every reason to not do anything to you in a person like Munchie B, right? He knew what he was doing. Oh, I'm sorry. He that's not real. That's not genuine. He's been instructed by Adam, as Adam made clear when Adam told everyone how he instructed 607 Unc to troll the shit out of Comparator. He's been instructed. Come on, man. Come in here, go crazy, be like on your A game, go absolutely ape shit with the trolling because we need to get these views up. Like, these guys are having honest conversations about, what Adam feels is needed at No Jumper, right? Okay, are the views down? Well, yeah, they're down. You have 5 million subscribers on the videos. You're retaining less than 10% of your audience, okay? So you can just look at the situation and you can see like, okay, they're in need of a massive influx or injection of like energy to like galvanize the audience to make them keep watching. This is just honest. I'm not bashing No Jumper. This is just what I'm sure Adam will tell you, right? So he comes in and he's just kind of doing his thing, but I don't think the long form, like live content is Unc's like bag. That's not his specialty. he kind of wants to do his own thing. He doesn't really want to be interrupted. He doesn't want to be overtalked. When he's on, he wants to be on. Move out of the way and let me cook. And in yesterday's show, that's pretty much what he was doing. There were long stints where Lush didn't say a word. And if Lush is not talking, I would say something's up, but you kind of got to let Unc work that way because he does his whole comedy routine. He kind of sounds like a Dave Chappelle. To me, he's almost trying to like imitate Dave Chappelle. If you really listen to how he's talking, like Reggie off of Nutty Professor. It's time for Reggie to talk about your mama, this type of thing, right? So that's all good. So they go into it. They're talking. He calls them the S word, and Lush just sits there. And so as I'm watching people are like hitting me up first, and then I'm watching it. So I go back a little bit and I start watching it. And I'm like, wait, Lush is the guy who's cool with all the gang members. He's quick to speak up if one dude says something disrespectful about another gang. He's a Blood. He's a Crip. He's down with the 40s. He's down with the dudes in Pomona who are Bloods. Lush knows everybody. Lush said nothing. He let them go through this whole thing where they were damn near like, it could have went left. Let's just say that. If Munchie wasn't the gentleman that he is, it could have went left. Do you see anyone trying to like stop that? Do you see anyone trying to intercede like, hey, that was wrong to do. Munchie, calm down. Hey, let's keep it respectful. No, they're sitting there waiting to see what's about to happen. And if there's one thing that I don't like, is for people to purposely agitate a situation and then step back and say, I'm going to let it play out. And then later on, oh man, this person shouldn't have did that. I've never liked that. Some dudes enjoy that. That's not me. I can't basically create a situation where people get into some conflict and then act like, oh man, they shouldn't have did that. Like I don't do that. Now, if I'm directly involved in a situation like with Suspect, I don't mind that because I know what I'm going to do. I know whether or not I'm going to overreact or try to get into it with somebody. But I know me, I have maturity. I can control my emotions. So I know that while I can't control what the other person does, I can control me to make sure I'm not exacerbating the situation. So I called in to call Lush out. Soon as there was Southsider dissing or anything that could have been determined to be disrespect towards Southsiders, Lush is not a Southsider. That's been reiterated by many. Well, let's say he is because he said he is, and some little kids vouch for him. But some people have said he's not. So I don't know. But what I'm saying is when there's any disrespect towards Southsiders, Lush jumps up. He speaks out. If everyone is your homie, when he said the disrespectful stuff towards Munchie, why didn't you jump up immediately like, hey, bro, we don't do that over here? I feel like in those instances, it should have been more than just Munchie saying anything. And even Aunt Hefe on his video said if some would have cracked off between Unc and Munchie, he himself would have did something to 607 Unc just out of his respect for Munchie, not only as a co-host, but as another LA County, gang member. I respect that. But my thing is, you guys have been sitting up on these panels for however long. Everyone in unison should have been like, hey, we not doing that. I get that we joking. I get we trolling, but we're not doing none of that because that can have serious ramifications on the street. So no one said anything. So me, who's not there, right? I call in and I say something.
Left on good terms, wound up going bad on Adam, talking hella shit about no jumper, blah, 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 blah. He probably him being from a hood and being a I don't like black people. That's the narrative we're running with.
Listen,
all right.
For you, Lush, black people are a prop. You are when it's convenient, I'm down with the black. But with the Southsiders, you are so very consistent, bro. Don't think we not noticing that. And I'm not saying nothing against the Southsiders because you were right, man, at the end of the day. But I'm just saying, just don't think it's going unnoticed, bro, because somebody hit me up to look at it to see what I thought. And I just you guys never hold anybody accountable. Did you notice that when 607 Unc was disrespecting Munchie by saying the S word?
Bro, I said sorry.
Let me finish. Listen,
Lush, who claims to be down with all these hoods. I got Crips down with me, Bloods down with me, all this stuff.
Why is this about me?
Absolutely nothing. But then when 607 Unc started disrespecting Comparator Southsider, Lush felt compelled to speak. Lush has been more quiet than any episode ever. I'm telling y'all, this dude looks at black people as a
Oh, I don't like black people? That's the narrative we're running with?
Listen,
all right.
For you, Lush, black people are a prop. You are when it's convenient, I'm down with the black. But with the Southsiders, you are so very consistent, bro. Don't think we not noticing that. And I'm not saying nothing against the Southsiders because you were right, man,
dude.
at the end of the day. But I'm just saying, just don't think it's going unnoticed, bro, because somebody hit me up to look at it to see what I thought. And I just saw it, bro.
Well, he's a homie.
No, but he acts like he's so down with black people. Even there are
He is, but he's still a homie.
Bro, there are Hispanics.
Well, okay, so Brandon, to be fair, Brandon, to be fair, brother.
I've been around it more than you. Listen, bro.
I'm not. Am I gonna get? Where is this?
All right, let us talk.
Look, bro. To be fair, I didn't feel compelled to speak up on behalf of the blood community because I feel like Munchie did a really good job of that real quick.
Well, nobody to speak up. I check myself.
He got it. That's what I'm saying. So what?
Gang, nobody check me. I check myself. The moment I said it, I understood that I said something wrong, so I checked myself. Munchie have to say nothing to me.
No, I'm literally responding to what he said, though.
But he a goofy. Brandon a goofy. That's why he ain't sitting here. Why we let him talk? Why we give him camera time?
I mean,
I'm trying to figure that.
I don't know.
Brandon.
So Brandon a goofy. That's why we don't give him camera time. This is why you can't have me in the room with someone like 607 Unc, because the guy is just a child. No one can check me. I check myself. But when you were sitting in front of a blood gang member, you didn't even have the sense to not say the S word. You check yourself before your mouth utters the words. That's how I thought adults operated. I'm way bigger than 6. I could crush him in a fight. And even I watch my words when I'm around certain people because I don't want to offend anybody. So you claim to be tough and I check myself. And you didn't do a very good job of doing that yesterday. You didn't do a very good job of doing that yesterday. So how are you going to tell me that you can check yourself when you failed at checking yourself yesterday? Oh, wait a minute. Because you did it on purpose. Because you did it on purpose. We know you can check yourself, kinfolk. We know that. We know you're a highly intelligent man. But you did it on purpose. And you tried to walk it back after you did it. But and I'm telling you, he probably feel like, oh, Munchie can't see, so I can get away with saying whatever, right? Because someone sent me the video of bro in front of DW Flame, and that energy was totally different. Go say crab in front of DW Flame and see what happened. He'll never do it. He won't even do it and apologize. He won't even, I'm sorry. I guarantee he won't do it. That's how you know that my thing is this. You can be funny without being rude and disrespectful, right? You can be funny without being rude and disrespectful. You could be funny without being gay, acting gay, overly. Everybody says a gay joke, but overly gay, come on. But like I keep telling you guys, we are in the generation where everyone is celebrating mediocrity. If you were that funny, go pack a stadium out. Please do that. So until you get to that level, why are you using disrespect of gang members as a prop or a way to get a laugh? And why do we have to do it? Oh, guys, this is a call-in show too. Y'all can call in. I'm gonna give y'all the link right now. That's the thing with me. I do call-in shows. So all the little people in the comments who got something to say, come up, express yourself. Let us see in real time how slow you really are. But I'm telling you, this was manufactured. That wasn't natural. That wasn't authentic. That was manufactured. And they know if we get one viral moment, a bunch of people will run to the video just to see this exchange where this dude said the S word to Munchie, and then Munchie said this and said that. Like, why put somebody in a situation where they have to either decide to crash out or like everyone's gonna say they got marked out? Why even do that? Why even do that? And I know you guys will say, well, that's Almighty situation. That's not true, because I gave Almighty plenty of chances to just calm down and let's stick to the topics. I told Almighty, let's just get back to the topics. Let's just get back to the topics. He has several opportunities to just keep it about potting and moving forward with that. That's the difference. As the man in the room, I didn't just sit back and watch him melt down. I said, hey, man, all right, you win. Ha ha, that was funny. Let's get back to the topics. That's what a man does. All I'm saying is, why is one person on the island when everybody claimed to be so down with everybody? Oh, I'm down with the Bloods. I'm down with the Crips. I'm down with the Southsiders. Are you really down? Because if you're really down, you just don't put your friends in positions like that. I don't think. Y'all could say I did that to Almighty, but Almighty ain't my friend. I don't know him from Adam. But these people been hanging around with each other. So then 607 Uncle's like, oh, that's why you're not here. That type of stuff doesn't bother me, bro. Like, I have a life. I didn't leave my state to go work at No Jumper, bro. I didn't leave wherever I'm from doing nothing to come to No Jumper to be, getting on my knees with shit in my drawers. Like, come on. That's why you're not here. Being on No Jumper is not the end all be all of my existence. People actually really know me. If I go around LA or Long Beach, people know who I am. I don't need to be platform for people to know who I am. I've been doing potting. I've been doing live streams. That is great being at No Jumper. I love the opportunity to be up there. That's cool. But it's all about balance. I'm not going to do something that goes against, my standards and my morals just to be in a room. I ain't going to let no nigga be like all up on me doing gay stuff. Oh, because I got to be at No Jumper. Like, who the hell does that? I don't. And that's what Munchie says. Morals over money. Morals over money. I believe in that. But I'm just saying, like, I called that out, which was a good thing to call out because no one sitting there did. And when I'm sitting there, I call shit out. So if I'm not there to call it out, who's going to call it out? So there's some balance in the situation, because that creates an even deeper conversation. And the funny thing is, people will be like, you talk too much, but guess what? They don't mind clipping the shit out of all the stuff out when I'm talking. Clip, created off the clip of what he said. Like when I asked Seti that question about what if he felt like Woody was innocent and he wasn't a snitch, why did he apologize? They all jumped on that question. They didn't let me ask my question and then do a follow-up question and let me enjoy the fruit of the question I asked, right? They all jumped on it. And you didn't, and the first person to jump on it was this nigga Unc. If we go back and watch the video, he literally jumped and overtalked me to take advantage of a viral question that I asked. And did I say anything? Did I get mad? Did I try to, oh man, he tried to, that's not me. That's not me. Go ahead, bro. Y'all could do it. And that was probably the most viral question of the segment of the episode, which got a lot of the views. That's cool, man. But what I'm saying is, if you don't want balance, if you don't want real conversation, what exactly do you want? Because I watched the video today. I'm looking at the comments. There were more people talking about me, shitting on me, hating on me. Few positive. Shout out to all the positive comments. There were more people talking about me not being on the show than there were people talking about whatever the topics and subject matter of the show was. Why? Why is that? Why is that? If I'm in front of a camera talking about something, I want people in the comments to be talking about what I'm talking about. I don't want people to be talking about a guy who's not even in the room. And guess what? I can get that type of response just being me. You, Unc, yes, you're incredibly talented and funny, but you can't just be yourself and get that same. Let's hold on. You can't get the same reaction just being yourself. Nobody will pay you to be you. That's called being authentic. I don't got to get on my knees in front of a nigga like I'm about to suck his dick to get a reaction. So this idea that Unc that, yeah, you're good at being a Sambo in a minstrel show. I'm being a man to talk about whatever topic, even if I don't know about it. Let me do some research, then we can talk about it. We're not the same at all. We're not the
Brandon, can I speak? Pull me up.
You can wait your damn turn because you got a bunch of people in front of you. But anyway, so that's why I just say I'm different. But I'm not like trying to shit on him, but he talked about me and that's why he's not here and all that stuff. Okay, so I got my platform and I could talk back about you now. I don't need Adam to platform me to talk about you. I could just talk about you. I'm going to let Adam say what he said about me, and then that's when I'm going to let all you guys in the panel respond.
And it's goofy like that?
Yeah, I think he does goofy. He shouldn't even call to work if he can't show up to work. Why you calling?
I didn't call him because, to speak on that, I felt like last week was really, really, really good. Best podcast we've done in a while. But I also felt like it was overkill. It felt like there was too many voices in the room. Like everybody fighting to talk kind of made it good, but also kind of just made it overwhelming. So I felt like, all right, let's try removing.
That's a lie. Adam wants to be the smartest person in the room. That's all that is.
No, Brandon, I'm a first timer. I'm a diehard no jumper. Let me get my rocks off.
Wait, bro.
I'm first timer, bro.
It don't matter. Wait.
I got a good input.
Jerron, we're gonna let you talk.
I'm from
Chill. I got you. But what I'm saying is that's a lie. Adam wants to be the smartest person in the room. And you know what? The number one law of the 48 laws of power, never outshine the master. In this situation, Adam is the master. It's his company. It's his ship, right? I did do a little bit of over talking, overshining him. Like that moment where I asked that question to Seti and it kind of like went up. Like in moments like that, you can see, and I even pointed out on my other live stream where him and Lush were quiet for an extended amount of time. And I think I have put them in a situation where they felt like, yo, this guy is like making us look bad. He's like calling us out on so much stuff and he's coming with so many facts and he's quick with it. So we can't really come back at him because he's put things in a certain, he's approached us in an angle where anything we say is damn near indefensible. And unfortunately, I do that by habit as a debater. And they're not used to that because most of the time the black men they're talking to are inebriated. They're high. So I get it. That's okay. So let me remove this dude because he's kind of doing what I'm supposed to be doing. I'm supposed to be the voice of reason in the room. I'm supposed to be the guy pushing back on people. And if you look at like the Adam and Wax show, Adam, when he sits with Unc or anything like that, he is the one who kind of holds people accountable, says like, you know, calls people out on their bullshit. If I do that, I take away what he does. And that means he has to go so I can do what I do. I'm okay with that. I'm going to play a little bit now. And then after this one, we're going to get into the panel.
Yeah,
probably the person who talks the most, aside from you doing your little bisexual dances during the podcast. So I was like, let's at least give it a shot without Brandon on to see what the balance was like, what the vibe was like.
We should just fire Brandon because he overtalked me last week.
Technically, he's not like hired.
Call her to talk again.
I thought Brandon did good, but then he be calling and saying some dumbass shit like that.
And he's using you as like
Brandon.
a prop. Like he doing YouTube thumbnails with pictures of you when you still had fat face and, you still had your teeth all fucked up. And it's like liberal scum like Lush.
I be trying to.
Everything is content until they're used to make the content. Oh, he's making fun of Lush now. I have no issue with Adam except for bitch ass shit like that. He can make fun of anyone. He could diss any hood, do anything.
Adam fucks with you.
I know he does. That's okay. But I fuck with him too.
Adam
That's
wants
what I'm
the
calling.
Discourse.
Listen,
Don't
man.
burn that bridge. Trust me.
Listen,
Adam is not simple-minded like these other
Shut the hell
cats.
up for a second. Let me make my
I'm a
point.
first timer. I want to get my
That's
shit in. I
okay.
feel
I'm a
you're
first time.
structured. All right. Go
Okay.
ahead. I got you.
All I'm making this
I
point.
want to speak in a second though.
I fuck with Adam big time, but I'm gonna do what T-Rail and AD were not man enough to do.
Listen,
honest.
I'm a diehard no jumper. I disagree with 90%
Bro,
of your
shut
values, but I feel
shut up.
What
Bro, shut up.
dead facts.
This is
I
why
want you on
Adam.
the
You fuck
Tuesday
with
show.
Adam, but hey, listen. Adam, if fuck with you, but he won't let you up because look at how you acting. Everybody can be up here in control. We got 12 people in the back. Y'all could all be under control for a second. I'm gonna do what you can't. Insanity is doing the same thing, expecting.
I'm going to give you the real perspective of a diehard No Jumper fan.
I'm gonna give you a
Bro,
chance.
can you
If you
please
want it,
shut
I'm gonna
up,
give it
bro?
to you. I'm medium. I'm in the. I got
can
you.
you
I
chill?
understand your
Can you
perspective. I
chill?
disagree
Can
with
you chill?
I'm not right
But you
wing. I'm
have to
not
let
alt-right.
everyone
All that
else learn
bullshit.
you have to
But
let
listen,
everyone. Bro, you listen, bro. You're too individualistic. You gotta let other people get on board. Then we can take off.
No,
Okay,
I'm with-
chill.
Let someone
Chill
jump
for a
in.
second.
Let me give you a
Chill
little
for a
feedback
second.
sandwich, like Lush says.
My God, chill, bro. Just chill.
All right.
You're gonna get your opportunity. What I'm saying is, you can't do the same thing and expect different results. So I'm doing Adam better than all these other guys who basically try to backstab him did. I'm telling them how I feel, right? Without leaving or getting kicked off or none of that. I'm gonna tell you in real time, hey, this is exactly what I think. Now you get the opportunity to say, I like what he thinking. I'm gonna make a decision and change something based on it, or screw what this dude thinks, and I'm gonna keep doing what I'm doing. And I'm not gonna be like, I'm leaving now and talking shit on you. I'm acting like a real man, not like a punk ass bitch who gonna leave then talk shit on you. I'm gonna say,
you. Let me hop in for a sec.
all right, man, go ahead. You
All right,
earned.
yo,
Go ahead.
So
Did not
I've been
earn it.
Just let him go. Let him go.
This fucking goofy up. Let me give a perspective from a different insight.
Just go, bro.
Just chill.
Just go.
Listen,
Just
your
chill.
insight to the pod is fire, my guy. I disagree with 90% of what you say, but Adam sees what I see. We want a different discourse, some fire, some zap to spark up these convos. Your addition was very needed, but you lacked a little self-awareness, kind of like to where you gassed it too much. Like, Adam trying to move on a little bit, keep it flowing a little, and you're trying to push your shit. That's cool. I was all for it, but
define your, when
Unc hopped on the pod,
when you say
he
when
fired
you say
it
your,
up. Unc,
when you say
Unc
your
was kind of like,
hey, wait a minute. When you
I
say
think the
your
dynamic
shit,
between you and Unc
when
was
you
fire.
say, bro, let me
It
ask you
was
a
gas.
question. Let me ask you a question,
ahead.
bro.
Go ahead.
You said you're trying to push your shit. Please explain what my shit is. Define
No,
it.
Brandon, I fuck with you. I'm from SoCal. I fuck with jiu-jitsu heavily. I fuck with MMA.
That has nothing to do with what I just asked
my
you.
dad's listen. I'm
I don't
white.
care about
my
your
dad's
dad.
black.
Get to the point, man. I'm asking you a
Okay.
question because I
I'm in
see
the
comments
middle.
like this. I see
fuck with-
comment. We can't both talk at the same time. I
ahead.
see comments like what you said in the comments all the time.
I was on
I
Reddit.
feel-
I had
and I
posts
feel
firing
those
up
comments
saying
are
this
baseless.
pod
So
was
I'm asking you.
I said Brandon is a necessary evil. These goofies on the Reddit, they can't understand. They want these low base. I'm like, yo, get this black trad con, whatever the fuck he is. Let's get these dialogue. Let's get this shit booming. Get this shit jumping. Adam is on that page. Adam's not simple-minded, but you kind of blew your gasket a little bit with the last part because it was like 6 heads, right? It was
You
like
know
6
what Adam
cats.
is.
So it was like maybe overkill a little bit, but
Was
it
I
was
not
still
gay
fire
enough?
to me. And I think Adam just saw that, like, all right, maybe Unc was the outlier here. Maybe
You're
Unc
saying that.
is what really got the, you know what I'm saying?
Okay,
But
can you let me respond
you're
right
necessary.
now? Can you let me
To me,
respond right now?
I disagree with 90% of what you say.
That's fine.
but
Okay.
you're necessary
Okay.
to me.
No, let
Because
me
I
say
like
this.
content. Content over everything. I don't give a fuck if I agree.
Oh
It's
my
content. But the
God.
fools on the
I think you're
Reddit,
a little too passionate right now, cuz you
gotta
need to calm
mute,
the fuck
bro.
down and
I got you. I'm a
people
little
talk.
buzzed. I ain't gonna lie. I'm off tomorrow.
All
I'm
right,
drinking a
man,
little
drunk,
bit.
man. Get his drunk
My,
ass off the
nah.
phone, man.
Hey, I'm gassing
Hello,
today, but
we
I
got-
ain't stupid.
guys,
Go ahead.
Guys, one mic,
I'm gonna let
bro.
all
One
y'all
mic.
get your shit off. Go ahead.
This
Brandon,
shit
reply.
is like this is
I'm
like
the
the
first timer
verbal.
too, and I ain't
This
bitching.
is like the verbal representation of the comment section in No Jumper. Like, it's just all
Bro,
of it.
come on.
Listen,
I'm a
but
little
what I'm
more
saying,
introspective, I think.
they'll say you were too gassy, bro. Unc was on his knees, like he was about to suck another dude's dick, and I'm the one who
Yeah,
was
I know.
doing too much.
Ass out
Like,
with the draws out. Yeah.
Listen, bro. That's what I'm saying. These criticisms are very like inconsistent. Like,
And
I didn't
Adam
do
wants
none
you
of that.
back. Maybe just because the Tuesday, like, okay, can he do
Listen,
6
this
heads
is not
every
a
show?
this not a relationship between a man and a woman. He wants you back. I'm not worried
No,
about that.
but do you think there's 6 mics? I don't know. Maybe you had to be the one that got cut, but Adam realizes you're a necessary
All right, you gotta let
dialogue.
all right, you gotta let somebody else talk now. We're gonna go to J-Dub. Go ahead, J-Dub.
Rip it up.
Hey, Brent, what I'm gonna say, what was your objective going to No Jumper?
Basically, we were all making this fuss about there not being any positive representation of black people on No Jumper. And then so when we got invited up to No Jumper, and we brought that up to Adam, and he was like, God, y'all can't wait.
Come on, bro. I'm trying to have a conversation.
All right, I'm gonna have to take everybody off.
Oh.
No, if you guys don't know how to act like grown men, I gotta take you off.
Like, obviously, you're gonna come in and stand on your shit. No, shit.
But I'm trying to ask him what was his
agenda.
Was he trying to further his channel? Because
okay,
I feel like
Brandon, you didn't confine enough. You didn't.
Bro,
you gotta
I'm asking him a question.
Hey, J-Duck, stop responding to the dumb nigga, bro. He good. I took him off. Look what I'm saying. So he was like, oh, well, you guys want the opportunity to come and represent some positivity on here, and you can't complain about something, and then when someone gives you an opportunity to change it, you say, oh, no, I'm not doing that. That's what black people do too much as it is. Complain, but then when it's time to do something about it, don't do it. So I say, Adam is a cool guy. Why not? He seemed like a cool guy to me, and so I went, and I feel like I did a good job at giving a different, view, representation of the black man. What would you say, J-Duck?
I say you did a good job, but this is why I'm gonna say you overplayed your hand, because I'm thinking you was going there to get your money up and do something like what Flacco doing. You know what I mean?
How am I gonna do that? I don't talk about celebrity gossip, bro.
But this is what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. You're trying to bring a logical and some type of like correction to like hip hop. Like, I don't think that mix, bro.
Most of these topics are nothing to do with hip hop. So what are y'all talking about?
But that's what I was trying to figure. I just think maybe you probably should have just kept it on the other cast members. I think you were going in there trying to correct Adam too. I saw that.
I wasn't. I can't correct
him. Calling him out.
I can't.
Not correcting him. Calling him out.
So basically, you said go in there and not be you and be this other person.
I would say focus on.
And then the same niggas would be like, "Oh, bro, ain't real. These people ain't real." Like, y'all niggas are hypocritical to the core. Do you want me to be real, or do you want me to be something I'm not to appease everybody up there?
Bro, I heard you calling in talking about something about some black people. Why you care about if they talking about black people? You, Brandon.
Bruh, it was noticing a hypocritical aspect of
But this is what I'm saying. Maybe
what's wrong with that? What's wrong with that?
They got you too much on the black power tip with that debate.
What debate? What, man? Shut up, J-Duck.
No, bro, because
you're not making sense, bro.
That sit here be defending no black people and all this stuff, bro.
You said what?
I said you're not the type of person
next.
No black people.
Next, he dumb as fuck.
It wasn't. It had nothing to do with black people. It had everything to do with Munchie and Lush are supposed to be homies. This dude said something disrespectful to Munchie, and Lush said nothing about it. What does that have to do with black or white?
You said something about, I don't know, but I heard you were saying
something to
Lush about black people, and you.
I said something about black people after I called out the fact that Lush didn't defend his black homie when Unc was saying some disrespectful gang disses towards him.
Okay. But I was trying to figure out why the hell that mattered to you on your day off.
I just thought it was funny, and it's not my day off, bro. Like every day is my day off. Like, what are you talking about?
What are you talking about when you're not on the show? But you go to the next. You go to the next person.
J-Duck, you drunk too. This food.
I'm not drunk, man. I'm only trying to figure out what was your angle.
My angle was just to make fun of Lush. Honestly, y'all taking this way too.
But how you end up getting fired?
Huh?
How did you end up getting fired?
I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know. I got fired on my day off.
That's what I'm trying to get to the bottom of.
Why do you care? You don't want me on No Jumper anyway, so you should be celebrating.
I was happy you was on No Jumper, bro.
Why? You said I don't need to be up there.
Bro, I thought it was a come up for all the hard work you've been doing on YouTube so far. I thought you've been platform on a bigger platform. I was ready for you to do your thing. I've been watching you for like 3 years, bro.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you for that. Go ahead, Daniel.
Hey, I just wanted to say, I think you've given Unc way too much credit. He's not talented at all. Since when is being a coon a talent? He's just a Sambo coon. I ain't never seen him say, he never made me laugh. And I knew No Jumper was going to kind of be an issue for you because I told you, I said, you're going to have to do some ignorant stuff. That's what they want. They want ignorance up there. So if you're coming up there trying to be logical, it's probably not going to work too long. But I mean, I don't know if they fired you. It don't sound like they fired you. I mean, he said like he was trying something. You know, you might be able to get back up there. But anyway, that's all I wanted to say was that Unc is just a Sambo. I hope he's not FBA. Do some research and find out.
He's
where
definitely
he's from.
FBA.
Find out where he's from. He can't be.
He's
Nah,
definitely FBA. I already asked
We're
him.
not claiming him. We're not claiming that one.
Let's see what Adam.
Claim y'all junk.
Let's see what Adam said. So you guys tell me, does this sound like Adam's firing me or not?
Bro, scum like Lush encourage these riots.
I be trying to help. I be trying to help this guy. Clearly to no avail. You know what I mean? Like
we need to vote Brandon out. All right here, who let me know.
I like Brandon, and I definitely I want Brandon to continue to be a part of No Jumper in some capacity. I'm not 100% sure him on the Tuesday show every week makes sense. I definitely think that there's a role for him. I'm just still trying to figure out the balance and everything.
You know the craziest thing though, but like what I wanted to point out to him before he dipped was his whole argument was like a reverse Uno card. Like it was complete opposite of what he thought he was saying. He said, "Why? Oh, you didn't feel compelled to speak on Munchie B's behalf, but the Lil Brazy thing. I didn't check Lil Brazy when he dissed homies.
But why would you speak? Why would you speak on
journalism?
But why would you speak?
That's what I'm
journalism
journalism.
Listen, and that's why a white kid can sit in front of me and say the N-word, and I'm not going to tell him to stop because guess what? It's not my fucking job to tell him how to live his life. My job is to interview you as you are. Now, if you say something truly hateful or like over the top, of course, I feel like I got to do battle with you. But if you're just a white kid who says the N-word because you think that's normal where you're from, I don't think it's normal. It's not normal to me. But I'm not going to be the one to jump out the window and tell you that you can't say it. And same thing with him saying the
where I come from is normal. Like we got white kids.
Look.
We got CTS Wick from St. Louis. Where I come from, that's normal for a white kid to run around 100%. And say nigga.
Right, where he comes from. Okay, go ahead, thinking black man.
Yeah, appreciate it. Yeah, I'm not FBA. My family was enslaved by Americans and Jim Crow by Americans, but we weren't in no foundation, no Black American thing.
Facts.
Is that okay?
Facts.
But anyway, I just want to say this, man. Adam, hopefully you're looking at this. I think Adam is a loser in white culture. I don't think a reputable white celebrity would come on No Jumper. I don't think. I just think in his culture, in his community, I think he's a loser. I think he's lowbrow. I don't give a fuck how much money he makes off this little smut, No Jumper, porn, whatever he does, man. Adam is not an intelligent individual to me. A white man with real intelligence, a black man, an Asian man that has real intelligence, they're going to go make a company. They're going to do something in business or sports. He's a loser. He didn't have the genetics of Tom Brady, and he doesn't have the brains of Mark Zuckerberg, and he doesn't have the connections of Donald Trump. Adam is just a white dude. They got a little bit of buzz because the Jews control this YouTube algorithm, so they hype up your little No Jumper show, and you throw out some money to people. But Adam, I'm not impressed with you or Vlad TV. And you're the type of white dudes in high school. Y'all never had the bad white girls. You never had the bad black girls or Latin girls. Y'all just a bunch of lame white dudes who got some tattoos, some hair plugs. And so now you're trying to dick ride street black people because they the only people with a little bit of motion in America that'll get you attention. Adam, hopefully you see this. Fuck you. Your wife is pathetic. I feel sorry for your kid. That's all.
Hey, keep the family out of it. We don't gotta bash nobody's family now. Come on, they're innocent in this.
Especially the kids.
Go ahead, CP.
Man, Brandon, I'll fuck with you.
Speak up.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yeah.
So Brandon, I'll fuck with you. But the narrative that I don't like is the 607 Unc is a coon, Sambo. But if he's a coon and Sambo, well then what is C-Mac? What is four extras? Them niggas is coons
Do you
and
see?
Sambos
Do you see C-Mac and 4 Extras getting on their knees like they about to suck somebody's dick?
It don't matter. Them
Yes, it
niggas
does. It very much
Listen,
does matter.
I'm gonna tell you why. Because them niggas is doing the same type of content. Just because he doing gay shit and retarded shit is no difference. Damn near.
Wow.
You feel me? Because them niggas is still entertaining white people.
Unc is doing gay shit and retarded shit.
Do Unc act
But
like that
Adam
in
do
real
gay
life,
shit,
Brandon?
so Adam do gay shit. So what is he?
Maybe he's gay.
Hey, do Unc act like that in real life?
I don't know. Unc
that's
is like
the thing.
once he leaves
He
once he
does,
leaves that
actually
room,
does.
he disappears, bro. No, he don't. He not. That's not his real personality. Come on, y'all. He's playing a character, guys. Come on. That's his.
But the dude went to jail for raping a white dude in St. Louis, bro. I think
Where do he come from,
What?
bro? Where do he come from?
St. Louis. He's from was it Pagesdale, the Castle, some weird shit like
Hey,
that.
hey,
He must be Jamaican.
Rich Trapper. The link is in the comments. Anybody who wants to come up, I'm gonna drop some people.
But yeah,
but go ahead,
but
CP,
Brandon,
finish up.
I think that you're a good addition to the show. I think that he should actually have you on there because you have a lot of controversial takes, you know, that kind of go against the grain, that kind of keep shit going. You know what I mean? And that's good because I ain't gonna lie to you. I ain't watched the No Jumper show until you was probably the first one that I watched in a minute because that shit was trash. You feel me? I don't want to hear Lush on there, Dick Rod agreeing with everything, him being a punch like, yeah.
Well,
So,
the
I
biggest,
like the discourse like that.
why we on 666 right now. But the biggest thing about with the comments, everyone's like, "Oh, No Jumper sucks with Brandon on." I'm like, guys, apparently No Jumper has been sucking long before I got there because you got 5 million subscribers and not even 5,000 people watching at one time. So it's like, if you can't retain 10% of your audience, there was a problem long before I got there. I gotta drop some people. Hey, Jada, click back in. I gotta drop you. Daniel Beverly, click back in. I gotta drop you. Thinking Black Man, I gotta drop you. Go ahead, Music Maniacs.
Yo, you were like the best thing going on your jumper for a while. But I think as you just played the clip, he's gonna put you on a show with Lush, like a political show. He said he wants you for other things, so maybe it's not like a full lifetime ban or a fire, for, you being fired. But with that being said, we got to pray for Trump, pray for you and your situation, and keep it moving, man. Thank you.
Hey, thank you, man. I appreciate it. Music Maniacs is the most positive viewer ever, man. I like that guy. Elvis, Elives 100. Go ahead.
Yeah, I believe that Adam, he's trying to rebrand. He's trying to rebrand his company. And in my opinion, the tactics that he's going about rebranding is not necessarily the best. Like, he's linking you up with 607 and like Munchie B is not, I don't think, the best tactic. Like you say, like you always say, you're thinking about Joe Rogan or Joe Biden podcast, right?
Yeah.
But I think that what he should have did was he should have only lumped you in with a certain category of people that's able to have those conversations. And I think you stick out like a sore thumb when it's a podcast basically on like jail, prison shit, and gang shit. You know what I mean?
Well, we could talk about prison and gang shit. You know, we've all been around gangs and people who've been to prison and stuff. Here's the thing about me. I might talk, interrupt, over talk, but at the same time, where are the people who are supposed to be moderating these conversations? Because when I'm on with Viral Way, I'm not doing that. But that's because Viral Way is like, I said something, now you can say something. Now Messiah can say something. I got me, when I go to talk, I'm 1 second into what I'm going to say, and Lesh is all over me. I'm 1 second in what I'm going to say, Unk's all over me. So people will do something and then say, well, look at what you're doing, and not acknowledging the fact that, dude, you're making me do that because you keep interrupting me. That's why I always say, hey, can I talk? Like, wait a minute, hold on. But if it was being moderated properly, then we wouldn't have all that over talking. So when Adam was like, Brandon did the most of the talking, and he did most of the talking, and he was the loudest in the room. Okay, but you're the host. You're the main guy. You're the A mic. Are you making it to where I can say what I have to say without constantly being interrupted? So when you talk about the way you talk about my delivery, to me, that's a conviction of, that's a condemnation of your ability to host the conversation.
Yeah, like I think that like Adam, you need to play like the Joe Budden rule. You know what I mean? Like if you watch Joe Budden, the one thing about the show, no matter whether there's controversy and they talk about bullshit too, to a certain extent, but there's a level of order when they're having conversations, you know? And Joe Button, I think when he first started, it started out with him just talking to his homeboys. But once Queen split and you got Melissa Ford and it's a bigger cast, like you got to be able to moderate and play referee. And I think that Adam, if you was to go back on the show, I don't know if you were able to ask for like requests, but you should be able like request, hey, I think I'll fit in with these people like Flacco, Lush, and you, or like Whack 100 or something, where it could be a conversation rather than just a shit show. Because I don't think you fit well within that, you know.
I think the show before this one, the Tuesday show with me, 607 Unc and all these people, I think that show was actually really good. But I think my like always trying to pull things back into the realm of logic was a good balance for Unc's like wild, like charismatic, you know, how he acts. In this show yesterday, there was no one trying to bring it back to like reality. It was just when Unc was doing his thing, it was like they were all silent. You ever watched like a sports game, and when the star player gets the ball, everyone just stops moving and they just start watching, and they're like, hey, you're supposed to be cutting, you're supposed to be moving so he could pass you the ball. That's kind of what was happening yesterday. Everyone was just so like waiting for Unc to make a viral moment. They weren't interacting with him or doing anything. Did you get that feeling?
Yeah, and that's my thing. Like when I watch this show, I get a different perception of the way you communicate compared to No Jumper, and I think it's because of that reason. Like a lot of the time, it might seem like you're like over talking, or you're like, hold on, I got something to say, or you're like butting in, but it's like, okay, I got a point. I'm not able to land my point. A whole bunch of bullshit happens, and you're like, hold on, and then you kind of have like a abortionist personality where you're like, hold up, I didn't get a chance to land yet. And that's where I think that if there was the right cast that you could work with, that wouldn't happen. You know what I mean?
Right. And yeah, it just has to be some like moderation, some like somebody like adults in the room, like, hey, let this person talk. But also, when you do a video, they want to clip farm the video. They want to go through the video, make clips, and then repost those clips. You can't do that with people constantly interrupting each other. So if I'm going to make a point, that point can be clipped and then used later on. But if you got 10 people jumping on me when I make a point, it's useless as a clip. And you would think people would see that and be like, let this dude talk. But all right, thank you so much. Let me go to Ace. Go, Ace.
What's going on, man? Yeah. I'm used to watching your show and seeing how logical you are and the conversations you have and stuff. And then you was a good fit on there to me, to be honest with you. But the thing about it is, you too intimidate. I think you I'm not saying like it's a problem, but like with your views, if you was a little punk type dude, they would be just trying to punk you just to your views. Because it could be like you could be cool as a fan, right? Once they figure out your type of views, people look at you different. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And when you come logical, especially a lot of fans, like you say, the comments, they looking for the entertainment, the bullshit. Because one part I like when y'all was talking about the immigration, it was like, oh, I don't like how it's done or whatever. And then you like, shit, I don't like how niggas feel like they could kill a nigga just because he from another street. So
That's what I came on
you
for.
call out the hypocritical stuff, and you're intimidating because Adam, he'll be the voice of reason for a second too, but then he'll say some bullshit too, just to fit in with the community. He know he can only say certain shit to not fall outside of the community that he making money off of. But you come in and you can say, because of you who you are and had confidence in who you are, you can come up there and be honest about our situation. And I could tell it's out of care and wanting better for the community. So you're not going to go up there and play and lie. You're just going to go up there and tell the truth how you feel. Where 607 Unc, I've seen him back. Like when he first came on, he wasn't acting all like that. He had got punked by DW Flame. He didn't have that. He didn't have that type of energy back then. And then he come with the funny shit. He painting his nails. He acting gay or is gay or whatever. So it's like he found out what he got to do to get his thing on there. Same thing with King Kill type people. You see that And what Adam is doing is he using the people that's willing to make themselves look like a show just to get some limelight. And when you come in with reasoning, it's like, damn, he coming with too much fucking reasoning at some point in time. And I believe he's still going to use you and shit like that. It's just because it's time for that. You see what I'm saying? It's getting more time for people to make sense. More and more black people are starting to come out, like starting to think on their own. So that's why you even got the chance on there. Because when I first seen it, I'm like, damn, they got a logical motherfucker on there. You see what I'm saying? I'm like, that's not what they used to come in. And then you come up there talking your talk, same stuff I was hearing you talking over here. You went talking over there. I was like, okay. You see what I'm saying? So I think that's a little bit intimidating.
Yeah, 100%. I don't change at all. Like, I'm the same person. I'm not gonna not like if I see something funny, I'm gonna call it out. Like, hey, you doing some tricky shit right here. But also, if you see me doing something, I'm not gonna be upset if you call me out. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
People say stuff. Oh, you wearing booty shorts? You fat? You this? You that? Okay. Do you see me getting mad about that?
Exactly. But when I do the same thing, you don't get mad. I can respect that as growing up because I'm from LA. You know, we born to have attitude, raised to have attitudes just to survive out here. So it's at a point in time when you become a grown man where you realize, no, it's tougher to not get into confrontation, not to always be willing to confrontate. It's more tougher to say, you know what? Let me just step away from this situation. But if you do anything, I'm turning that same dangerous person that I am. It's not the point that I'm not dangerous. It's the point that I don't want to do something for no reason over little small time stuff. You see what I'm saying? And we used to dealing with people where, like I said, it's a toss up. It's like you got to be tough, you got to be hood, but then you got to be smart at the same time. And to balance it out, it don't really work out like that.
Yo, I got one thing to say. I don't mean to interrupt, but the reason why I came
we're gonna go to thank you so much, Ace. And I agree with every single thing you said. You was cooking. Yeah, I think so too. And I know my political opinions. I could tell Adam and Lush are like, they don't like that because they don't agree. But it is what it is. The man who technically, I work for or was working for, he has his opinions. But just tell me straight up, the passive aggressive or, I don't do that type of stuff. I just tell you, this is how I feel about you. If you like it, you like it. If you don't, you don't. KP in the building. What up, bro?
What's up, man?
I'm chilling.
Hey, I'm gonna come with it. I'm coming with it. Cause we've had personal conversations. So to me, I've been told you not to fuck with No Jumper. Because what you're trying to do is not what that show is based off of. You feel me? Like, you're trying to bring your brand to them, but your brand is not gonna mix. No Jumper thrives off of bullshit. They thrive off of niggas going up there and being some type of disruptive shit. And me as your friend, I was even mad when the whole suspect shit happened because I'm like, to me that takes away from your brand. Even times where you my nigga, and I'm gonna be real with you. Even times where it's like, okay, y'all was having a conversation. I think it was that last week, and y'all was having a conversations about some gang shit, right? And I'm like, well, you're far removed from that lifestyle, and it's just like when you're speaking on certain things. To me, it's like it's gonna always make it an argument with them niggas because niggas can't say, oh, well, you're not a part of this or you left this and shit. It is just, to me, it kills the whole brand of what you have going. Like, them niggas on No Jumper. You know me personally. I got personal homies that go to No Jumper, and I tell them the same thing. This shit is not really conducive for what you're doing. It's good, I know people in the chat gonna be like, oh man, you getting exposure, but all exposure ain't good exposure when them niggas are only trying to find content and some clickbait shit. That's all they're looking for. A bunch of niggas getting high, come up there and let's do some ignorant shit. You see, that's why AD and them left. They seen it from day one. They went through this shit. Them the niggas is AD and T-Rail is the reason why Adam is where he's at. They the one that made his show what it is. And them niggas left when they realized it was a minstrel show. And they wanted you to be a part of the minstrel show. And it's like it's gonna always and forever be something while you in that space. Yeah, he can use you for a lot of other shit, but Adam knows one thing about Adam, and he knows that people only go to No Jumper for bullshit. And it's really centered around LA gangs and Chicago gangs. That's his bread and butter. That's the shit that people head for. That's the shit that people looking for. And honestly, I mean, that platform ain't here to try to figure out, oh, this man got some logic, or we don't hear a good logic space. Even like I told you when they put you on the show with the white boy that one time, I'm like, that was some bullshit. But Adam, he didn't expect you and that man to have similar views. He was really expecting you to go up there and be on some other shit with him. So it's like, I'm only telling you from a perspective. I don't know if, anybody in your chat or anybody on this board that knows you, but I've known you for damn near my whole life. So it's like, I just look at that shit like, man, you're bigger than that. That shit is not your brand. It's some goofy shit. I love you. I hate when I see you up there talking about some gang shit or some prison shit. Because I'm like, to me, it just brings questions. And, at the end of the day, that platform is in the streets. So you do have niggas come in there, on that form talking about certain shit. But you also got niggas in the streets that said, man, who is this nigga Brandon? Why this nigga talking about the set? Who he know from the set? Why he talking about who we beef with? I had a conversation when you was talking to them niggas last week about the shit with King Pill and them going to the park or whatever, right? And I understood your points, but it's niggas who from these neighborhoods is like, well, who was Blood? Who was Cuz? Who was Groove? You feel me? And that's the part for me as a friend. It's like, I don't want to see my homeboy get caught up in the bullshit of the politics behind no jumper, because I've known too many niggas who've gotten caught up in the bullshit and politics behind no jumper.
Okay. Well, I thank you for that.
Brandon, bring me up.
I took his ass right out. Can't wait his turn. Thank you, bro. I appreciate that, and I will take it into consideration. Longo 13, go ahead.
Tap in with me, though. Tap in with me later.
I will. I'm gonna hit you after this.
All
Longo
right.
13, go ahead.
Yo, Brandon.
Yo, what up?
Brandon. Oh yeah. So they increased Almighty's bail to 10K more.
What?
Yeah, it's 390K. And he fired his lawyer, Rosenberg. He got a new
Yeah, I
lawyer.
heard about that.
He fired him, and he has to go to court. I think till August. So he's still.
Where's Rich Trapper? He's supposed to be up here, but okay. He goes to court. He goes back to court in August.
I think so. Yeah, all the paper, all the stuff, all the case summaries online too. We want to look it up, but it's not looking good for him.
Well, I know for a fact he's in those blues and yellows. He's definitely in a psych unit.
Yeah, the housing hasn't changed, so usually it changes, especially after court cases. But he's still there.
Yeah, and he's definitely in PC. Like everyone talked all this shit about PC. He's not in PC. He's definitely in PC, bro. Yellow and blues, that's PC.
Yeah, he's probably in high power.
Yeah.
He didn't want to say PC, but he's probably high power, which is the same thing.
Same exact thing. Exactly. Yeah. Hey, KP, what is blue and yellow? Yellow top, blue pants.
That's yellow top, blue pants is mental health.
Which is a part of PC, right?
No.
Come on, man. Go ahead. Tell me. Give us the truth.
I'm gonna say this, my nigga. Every nigga that goes into mental health ain't protective custody. It's niggas over there that probably is, but we can't stigmatize and say that. Cause I know niggas, man, if that's the politics these niggas are pushing today. But back in the day, niggas was catching hot ones and trying to get off their case on some insanity shit, and they had to go over there and pop a couple fucking medicine. That's when you had niggas taking all the Seroquel and shit, saying they can't sleep and all that shit. A lot of this shit is these young niggas politics trying to come in, because you got high power. It's so much in the Twin Towers. You got school high power, you got mental health, you got niggas that's shot the fuck up, niggas in the Reds. It's all type of shit. So I mean, unless a motherfucker come out and say, "Oh, that nigga in protective custody," I mean, I know what I know, yellows and blues is niggas that take, the severely psych med niggas. But he probably
that's what I'm saying. Like, do we know Almighty to be severely psychologically messed up? Like, if he seems to be a sane person, and him being over there under the guise of being mentally unstable, that to me would constitute PC. You want to be over there so you're not on the main line.
But a lot of niggas can't, man, listen, from a nigga who got 17 years in, bro, a lot of these niggas can't take the jail. LA County Jail is the hardest jail to go through in America. I don't give a fuck when nobody say I done been to the feds. I done been in county jails in other states on the East Coast, Midwest, and all that. What we have in our shit is different. It's complete politics. So a lot of niggas can't take LA County jail. It's a old saying. If you can survive the LA County jail, you can survive on any level 4 in California. And a lot of niggas just can't take that shit mentally.
Somebody said I never been to jail. I've been to LA County jail 4 times. That's crazy. But let me not bring up my past.
It's different shit though. I mean, I personally don't know, why that nigga in the blue and yellows. He in the blue and yellows, they say. That's what they say. You feel me? Nigga could be over there, but wristband matters too though. Niggas gotta see what his wristband say. If he PC, he'll have a wristband that say it. He'll have the colors on the wristband. So niggas don't know, man. Me and you haven't had that conversation. I don't throw smut on niggas unless I seen it. That's just me personally.
All right. Hey, okay. So, but I mean, God, this guy, we know nothing's wrong with this Negro. So the only reason for him to be in blue and yellows is unless he had a nervous breakdown or something, or if he was like, because remember, this is the whole thing. Remember the person who hit up Aunt Hefe said that Almighty was scared to go in mainline because he didn't want to catch the fades. He knew niggas was going to run him either from BPS or Inglewood Family over Frosty the Snowman. So now the fact that he's in the mental health unit, plus the fact that we got word that he was afraid to run those fades, guys, I mean, shit, it ain't algebra 2. It's pretty clear why he's over there.
I mean, you have niggas doing the hype. Look, hey, Tuck, niggas do the high power shit. You got niggas who got a little fame and shit. When they go to the jail, man, they go to high power until OSJ come holler at them. And a lot of niggas, I mean, that shit been going on for damn near 40 years in LA County. That's why they invented the modules. Because niggas didn't want to be on the main lines. Niggas was terrorizing, the keyways was terrorizing the main lines, so they opened up 4600 for them niggas. And then the Bloods was terrorizing, niggas opened up for the Bloods 4800 or 3600, you feel me? So you had niggas always going in and going out. I mean, the high power shit, some niggas look at that as PC. Right. I had niggas who said going to high power is PC. I mean, all that shit goes from when you nigga holler at OSJ. So, we don't know what that nigga went through, man.
I mean, we really don't.
God bless that man,
God bless him. Let the peanut butter remain far from his butt cheeks. Okay, we got Donnie Blix. Donnie Blix. Donnie Blix going once. Donnie Blix
in for Donnie. It's fine.
Go ahead, Fonz.
I would say, suspect probably need to go sit down for a little bit. You could tell, like, when he was calling out his behavior and shit, I'm like, he acting like a nigga that ain't never got his hands, like somebody ever put hands on him for real, or he ain't never been taught nothing. You know what I'm saying? Like, he ain't got no discipline in him. He ain't did nothing. He ain't been through nothing, I feel like, and he's just like running around just hitting on niggas, and because it ain't like he was a weak rapper or nothing. You know what I'm saying? Like, his confidence was up, but I don't feel like he did nothing.
Yeah, he was a pretty good rapper too.
No, for sure.
Like, his songs aren't bad.
But you know what I'm saying? Like, if you start off high power, you're going to feel high power, but ain't nobody going to do nothing to you because you running around and shit. You probably can't get caught, or the niggas you do find, you like, yeah, I'm going to slap that nigga. You know what I'm saying? Like, certain shit you can pick and choose and do what you want to do when you got some status to you, especially when your daddy's somebody. You feel me?
No, yeah, seriously. Just a lot of the shit that Almighty was doing, it makes people have no sympathy for him because he was coming off, like, even when he's talking to me, what you gonna do about it and all that. Okay, I'm like, I want to.
Why would you have sympathy for him if he ain't showing sympathy to nobody else? You could
man,
Kelpie. You know what I'm saying?
God.
Like,
hey, bro, can you hear me?
In his leg.
Yeah,
like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
hey, nah, real talk, bro. Like, the way bro did Jalise, I'm like, bro is a heartless nigga, bro. Like,
that was bogus. I'm
that
like,
was
damn, I didn't even know
crazy.
she was on that shit. And then I looked into it. I'm like, damn, she was on that shit.
But the cold part is I heard bro was trying to get with her, though. So you dogging her, but you was just trying to get with her. That's crazy to me.
That's some salty nigga shit, man.
Go ahead, Rich Trapper. You jump in the line. Go ahead, bro.
Hey, what's up with the panel, man? How y'all feeling tonight?
We're feeling good.
I'm assuming I'm supposed to be talking about that court shit yesterday.
Yeah, tell us what happened with the Almighty stuff before we get back to the Adam 22.
All right, man. So quick, short story shorter. I went to Almighty Court Day yesterday. Let's take a notice that nobody showed up but me. It was me and 3 other people in that courtroom. You feel me? So nobody showed up. Can you hear me?
Yes.
All right, man. Only me and 3 other people were in that courtroom in totality. The 2 other people were there for some Mexican dude who was low-key snitched on a gang of niggas, and that's a whole different story I'll tell you about off camera because I just watched the crazy flu flam yesterday. But as far as Almighty suspect, no mama, no daddy, no brother, no sister, no cousin, no auntie, uncle, nobody. Just me. No Adam 22, no Lush. Nobody was in there but me. So I get there at 8 o'clock in the morning. He missed the first bus. The only thing that I could think of that makes sense is you took a fade because I've been to the county. You feel me? You don't miss the bus to court, bro. I don't care what nobody say. You can say, well, this happened, well, that happened. Well, I stayed back to take a fade. Well, that's fighting. Then you miss the bus and then you go to medical and all that kind of stuff. But just to miss the bus because you overslept or Brandon, we know that don't happen. They make your ass, they'll drag you to that bus.
Because if you in PC and you start to go to court, that's when you get around people. For real.
So have you, I'm not sure who's talking, but bro, have you ever been to the LA County? Whoever was talking?
Hell no, he from Texas.
No,
okay, well, have you been to any kind of county jail, even in Texas?
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm imagining even in Texas, when it's time for you to go to court, they're gonna pick your ass up and you're gonna go to court.
Right.
It's no way really around that. So Almighty missed the first
county, but I've been to jail and they definitely taking your ass to court. You going?
You're not missing that court day, bro. And
right, he's going to court.
News today. You definitely gonna go in that motherfucker.
They waking your ass up at 4 o'clock in the morning for court.
Yeah, you up
and
first.
just to get education behind it, the reason why they're not gonna make you miss court because maybe not y'all know, Brandon. I'm sure you know. Every time they scan your wristband, that's how they get their money off you.
Yeah.
So you gonna get up, your ass gonna get scanned because you're gonna get scanned when you leave the dorm. You're gonna get scanned when you hit the holding tank. You're gonna get scanned again when you hit the court tank. You're gonna get scanned on the bus, scanned off the bus. They're gonna hit your wristband 4, 5, 6, 7 times. Every time they scan you, they make money. So you're not gonna fuck up their money because you don't want to go to court. So he never made it to court off the first bus because I'm assuming he got into a fight. That's just my assumption, though. Nobody knows for sure but him. When I got there, the first thing I asked the deputy was, well, what's his situation? Well, he's in medical. I said, he's in medical like Brown. And if y'all don't believe nothing that I'm saying, go watch it all on my YouTube channel. I uploaded the video yesterday. It's not me talking, it's the police talking.
Brown is when you have a physical injury, yellow and blue.
Like a broken arm.
You have a mental issue.
Bingo. So he is in medical, but he's in mental health medical. So he's in mental health. He's in the yellow tops with the blue bottoms. My nigga Brandon gonna say that that's PC. I'm gonna say this. I've seen people play crazy to beat cases. You feel me? So I'm not gonna say the nigga is. I ain't gonna say the nigga not. But what I will say also
just in
is
case
this.
he gotta play crazy for it though.
So this is what I say too though. This is what people say, and I've done time. You feel me? I'm not going back to jail. I don't give a fuck what nobody say. I've done time. I know what it's like to be.
I ain't gonna lie. I'm never going back.
I never talk about this ever. And this Brandon, this is the first time I'm ever talking about this shit for real. I know what it's like to be banned from the state of Georgia, but still having to move around the state of Georgia on the low. And if you get caught, they're gonna take your ass to the fucking feds. And you're gonna do a guaranteed dub because a part of your release is being banned from the state of Georgia. Everything outside of Clayton County, they can't ban you from Clayton County in Georgia because that's where the airport is. Okay. But I know what it's like to be banned like a motherfucker like that. I don't play with my freedom. If a nigga charged me with a speeding ticket right now and I could play crazy to get off, I'm gonna play crazy on a speeding ticket. I don't give a fuck. But I'm humble enough and I'm mad enough to. But I say this though, I'm mad enough to just say it. I'm not gonna play tough.
Wait. Here we go. When do they wake you up at 4 a.m. for court? That's big cap again. What time do they wake you up in jail?
So if you in Wayside, they're gonna wake you up around 3. If you already downtown in the LA County, like Almighty is, between 4 and 5.
Exactly, bitch. I've been to jail. I know they wake your ass up 4 o'clock in the morning. They could take your blanket. Well, especially if you in a city jail, they take your blanket, get that little garbage ass cereal with the milk. You can't tell me nothing about jail, bro. Like I've
with
been
the
in
2
jail.
hard-boiled eggs in a jelly and a peanut butter.
You can sit there all day, all morning, and not even get seen, and then still have to come back the next day.
And that is called a dry run.
No, that's what
exactly.
But that's what I love about these live shows because it's the people in the comments who really don't know shit talking, and then people think, oh, this person makes sense, bro. All you did, Collie Greens, was make us know that you don't know shit about jail because they definitely wake your ass up at 4 a.m. Go ahead, Rich Trapper. Oh, did he? Oh, somebody was calling.
But check this out though. Hello.
Go ahead.
My fault.
Oh wait, Rich Trapper back, and then you got next. Go ahead, Rich Trapper.
I go in and I asked him, you know, what he had on. The deputy told Brandon, you seen the video. The cop said he got on yellow tops, on yellow top and a blue bottom. So I asked the question, is he all right? Blah, blah, blah. The police being the police start saying police shit. Oh, well, you know, it could be because of this, it could be because of that, or you could be in medical for like even a hangnail. But again, that will put you in Browns as a physical ailment, where yellow and blue is a mental ailment. They tell me to come back at 11 o'clock. I come back at 11 o'clock. He's now on the second bus. The second bus gets into a fucking car accident on Crenshaw in a 405 in Torrance.
Wow.
So the same day, and it's all in the video, the same bailiff, he leaves, he goes and he checks out the scene because 405 in Torrance is not far from the Torrance courthouse. It's like 10, 15 minutes, if that. So he go over there, he checked the scene out. Everybody's green. He said they come back. Now get back. But on the back end, on some nigga shit, if we ever jail bus and the jail bus get into an accident, we all gonna play fake. It is what it is. You feel me? So that was that.
Man, listen,
So
man.
I'ma land the plane
Ain't
on
nothing
this.
wrong with this dude mentally, bro. We know why he's doing it. Like we could play this game. Like maybe.
No, well, young Ant made a good point way back when he said his homie said that niggas came into it initially saying that he was having mental problems. This is what I'm saying verifies what young Ant already told us.
And that's that's the same point I made. We know by what Ant's homeboy said when he was like, they gonna run me, bro, if I go on the main line. He has every reason to go PC. So now to say, well, maybe he was crazy, man. Like you guys are giving Almighty
Brandon, I don't think you knew
benefit
this
that you won't
either,
give
though,
nobody
nigga.
else. Go ahead.
I don't think you knew this. This is Almighty Suspect's first time in grown-up jail.
No,
He ain't never-
Flacco.
he ain't never hit the camera.
Wait, Flacco is here. Hey, this dude, Poetic Flacco said, dude is a pathological liar. Flacco, wait a minute.
Hey,
Flacco,
all I'm gonna say,
wait a
hold on.
minute.
All I'm gonna say is this: I'm not finna talk to nobody who has a chance to physically combat me. If you don't want to physically see me, stop talking about me online before I come knock at that door.
No, the better answer to this is this. All you need to do is go to Rich Trapper's page. He's literally recording the bailiff, telling him, yes, he's in yellow and blues. He said, what does that mean? He said, that means medical. That's like, you could say Rich Trapper's a liar, but he's literally talking to the bailiff. We literally, like if this was a court case and they had all this evidence presented about whether he's in PC or in general pop, the judge or the jury would say he's for sure in PC because he has all the motivation, the motive, and then it's been confirmed by the bailiff. He's in medical and he's in the mental health wing of medical. And we know ain't nothing mentally wrong with Almighty. He's just a spoiled little brat who never got told no. That's it.
Don't be so sure of that, Brandon. I'm
Go
telling
ahead,
you.
Bear.
Oh, most people at No Jumper, I'm just thinking about it. I think most of them dudes got mental health problems. I'm telling you.
You can say that about anybody in jail, bro.
Hey,
Technically.
no, listen, hold on. Listen to what I'm saying.
You can say that about
Almighty,
anybody, period.
all of those dudes, they off, bro. Listen to how they talk and how they act.
Man.
I'm gang.
Stay away from No Jumper. That shit is crazy.
Munchie B
Everyone's
got
going
shot.
to jail
got
over there.
Guys, please stop talking over each other. If you interrupt somebody, I'm gonna take you down. Go
Munchie
ahead.
B got shot in his head. This dude is blind. He's worried about somebody's talking about he's a slob. What you gonna do about it, bro? What you gonna do about it? You can't see. You still
That's not a
worried
sign
about-
of mental illness.
No,
though.
I'm
That's not a
telling
sign
you,
of mental illness, bro.
The streets. I'm from Chicago, bro. The streets.
What the hell does that have to do with
I'm
anything?
telling. Listen to what I'm saying, bro. The streets fuck black men up, bro. So you can go on these TV stations like No Jumper and really think you representing a man.
Hey,
You
bear down.
representing
Can I give you a
Ain't
contrasting
nobody on
maybe
there, no man,
way
bro.
of looking at it?
Ain't hold on, bro. Let me finish, brother.
My bad, you cut out.
Ain't nobody on there, no man, bro. You think you representing a man talking all that crazy? Oh, it's a slob, this and that. What you gonna do about it? You gonna kill him about it? And Adam's sitting there laughing at all y'all black ass. You know that's right.
Especially with black
He think
niggas.
all y'all a joke. He think all that's a joke, and he just using y'all to make money. He fucking bitches in there. I'm gonna bring these niggas up here and make fun of y'all. Ain't no seriousness to it, bro. Look at Lush. Lush sitting up there. Come on, man. It's I like No Jumper because it's funny, but it's all a joke. He said Hoover slob remover. So what? Is 50 Bloods gonna come up there and do something? No. So what?
You never know. You
so
never
who
know.
cares? So who cares?
But Bear, you never know.
On you. Suspect spit on you.
Okay.
This dude's an idiot. He spit on you. He grabbed a knife. I mean, what does it all?
Okay.
What does
that
it all
mean? That means he has good sense. He spit on me. Sense? He spit on me and he pulled out a weapon because he was about to get beat. Like, I get what you're saying, but at the same time, we're not giving nobody the excuse of, oh, they have mental health issues.
Oh, no, I ain't saying it like an excuse.
This person's operating in society. They're not taking no medicine.
I'm not saying no, they grown men. No, everybody up there grown ass.
Hey, bear down. Can I give you a perspective, bro?
Go ahead.
You just sat on this. It's me. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's about 7. It's about 8 of us on the stage. 7 outside of me. We all just listen to me speak. At no point did I ever say Almighty was in PC. At no point did I even say that I thought that he was snitching. I actually excused his behavior and gave reasons why it can make sense. And then you see pathetic Fatso jump in the chat and say I'm a pathological liar. He's not in PC. You guys all just heard me say that I don't think he's in PC, nor do I think he's a snitch. Meanwhile, Flacco comes and shows his mental illness by trying to put a narrative that we all witnessed didn't happen. So with that being said, it's all entertainment, big dog. You have people like Flacco who will tell you something was said that you just listened to me say that you know what wasn't. You can't give validity to claims.
Here's the thing. We all saw Almighty sit on Hater World and articulate exactly how he's afraid of fighting and gave a very, very coherent and like well explained reason for why he doesn't want to fight. So when he goes to jail, where he will fight people who in his mind are even scarier than me, right? Because they're not squares. It makes total sense that he would go PC. And what I'm saying is, if you're scared, there's nothing wrong with going PC. The problem with Almighty is you got too many people on the internet who have entertained this idea that this guy is hard. This guy's not hard. He's not tough. Maybe he's hard when he got a gun in his hand, but when with this, like, oh, Almighty don't turn nothing down and all that stuff. Almighty is not this guy that he's built himself up to be in your mind for the past 2 or 3 years.
But he ain't got no gang affiliation neither, do he? So that's probably why. I mean, if you ain't, I mean, in Cali, if you ain't affiliated, you kind of fuck, right?
I mean, you don't got to be affiliated.
I got a question. I got a question about that, right? So I'm from the East Coast. I'm probably the only East Coast person from here, right? But I'm on your, like, I believe that, like, in the East Coast, you don't need to be a gangster to not go PC. Like, you don't got to be, like, it's not like you either a gangster or a bitch. Like, that's how it is in the East Coast.
There's a lot of dudes who aren't in gangs.
Regular people, and then you got men that just aren't bitches. But if you follow the no jumper like universe, it seems like it's you either or. Like, oh, you're not a gangster or you're not a part of no gang, then you're a bitch. It's okay to go PC. And for me, it's like East Coast don't work like that. Like, so I'm asking, like, is that the way it is? Like,
no,
like,
you don't have to be
normal and be.
You can be normal on the main line, bro. It's a lot of dudes who don't bang and stuff who just don't like PC. Mean you get less freedom. You know what I'm saying? So ain't nobody gonna take less freedom because they scared. Like a normal person, they're not gonna be like, "Oh, I'm gonna go get locked down most of the day because I'm scared." Nah, it's regular dudes. It's white dudes who go mainline. Like that's
Here's my thing. Even on a deeper point, right? Like Rich Trapper, Brandon, I know y'all are part of gangs, right? If you like, are you a bitch if you're not a part of a gang? Like, if you never was a part of a gang, would you be looked at as like a mark, or like how y'all say it out there, like a mark or something like that?
No.
I've never been put on my gang. Never. I've never had a put on. I ain't never been jumped. I ain't never been none of that. And I maneuver through my community comfortably, and I politic with the homies.
The thing is, like, bro, I've seen dudes who are not even gang members whoop out gang members, bro. That ain't like being in a gang don't make you more of a man.
You still clicked up though.
I mean, here goes the thing though. My daddy is the OG. My daddy is the OG blood. My daddy is OG blood. My mama OG Crip. My cousins are who they are on both sides of the family. I have never in my nigga. If you know about Los Angeles, California, I went to Crescent Heights elementary school in the open charter school with a primary Jewish population. I went to Palms Junior High School, more Jewish populations. I went to school in the hood for a quick second because my mom thought she was teaching me a lesson, and I got put out and got sent back to the school in the suburbs. And then I went to Hamilton in the suburbs, and then I actually graduated branding from the ABC Unified School District in Cerritos. None of that is in the hood.
Hey, that's by
So
Long
why
Beach.
do you act like? So why do you act like? See me, I only been to Cali to hang out, have fun, shit like that, and I am nowhere near the hood ever. You
Hey,
feel me?
E, can I ask you a quick
Bro,
question, bro?
why do you act like that though? Like,
I'm about to
well,
give you
why
a
does
quick answer.
It's
Are you from?
mental
Where
health
are you from, bro?
problems, bro. That's why they act.
E, what city you from, bro?
I'm from Jersey.
Okay, so you're from Jersey. Is DJ
Yeah.
Academics a representation of New Jersey?
Nah.
Wait a minute.
No
Wait a
Jumper.
minute.
Hold on. Hold on. Here's the thing. No Jumper is not a representation of LA. You have a bunch of people on No Jumper who work there permanently that are not from LA. No one who works at No Jumper permanently is actually from LA or from a gang. Lush is a non-affiliate who pretends to be a Southsider. Adam's from North Dakota. Flacco's from Pennsylvania. Remo's
Adam's
from
from
wherever
New
Remo's from.
Hampshire.
Whatever.
Adam's
Not
from New
LA.
Hampshire. Hey, nah, but this dude talking about Jersey. Them dudes up in Camden is worse than these Negroes in LA.
Nah, but
Hell yeah,
I'm
in the
not saying.
projects.
Listen, I'm not saying that Jersey is a hood like in North Trenton, Camden, or anything
Why
like
do y'all
that.
act like that, bro? Camden got LA damn near beat. You ain't
Nah,
going to
but
the
you could
projects in Camden.
listen, but all I'm saying is you can get respect, and you're not a mark if you're not a part of the game.
And
That's the thing
we
that bugs
just
me out. When I
and we
watch,
My
just
nigga, I'm not a part of a gang, and I hang out with
bro.
gang members all the time.
Okay, let's ask what gang is
But
Ice
hold
Cube?
on. Hey,
No,
Brandon,
no,
let me
you
chime-
hold on. You hold on. Yeah. What gang is Ice Cube from?
I have no clue, bro.
He's not from no gang. These dudes literally. There's dudes who ain't. What gang is Exhibit from? A West Coast rapper. Like you got a bunch of dudes who don't. Where's Corrupt from? These dudes ain't from no gang, but they
Corrupt from 60s.
Come on.
Okay, well let's say that.
Yo,
but
you know what's crazy?
But there's a lot of dudes who don't.
We come out like I was in Orange County. I was in I forget. It was like it's like a black city in Orange County. I forget the name back.
No damn black cities in Orange County.
Nah, I'm telling you, I met some black people.
I don't think that you was in Orange County, my nigga.
Anaheim? You talking about Anaheim?
Anaheim.
That ain't no black.
That ain't no black city, nigga. That's a white racist city as fuck. That's a national Nazi hub.
I met black. I met black. I went to a club and it was all black people there. And
that's because they put a bunch of low income housing in Anaheim back in the day.
Yeah, but the people that I met, none of them was a part of gangs. And then me being from the East Coast, I came at them like kind of like just some shit that I seen in the media and stuff, and they were just normal people like the East Coast. It was like, yo, I'm from like my neighborhood represent this, but I'm not a part of it, and I wasn't forced to be a part of it. But then when I watch like on the media on YouTube, I get a totally different perspective. You know what I mean?
Nah, but most people in LA, in most cities aren't gang members, bro. Most people are normal, but you just have the gang member. That is what's highlighted. That's what's marketed and exported from Cali. Oh, this gang. Y'all was watching Menace to Society, Colors, and Boys in the Hood, bro. If you really looked at it, look at Trey on Boys in the Hood. Trey wasn't from nowhere,
but that's
they
why
still
we
have
think,
respect for him.
That's why the rest of the country think what we think of y'all. We think it's all Crips and Bloods and all that six popping up and all that nonsense.
But if you guys graduated from the 3rd grade and you watch those movies, you would see that a lot of the dudes in the movies weren't from nowhere. Trey, I just gave you an example. In Boys in the Hood, Trey was not from nowhere. In the movie The Wood, whatever his name was, Mike, he wasn't from nowhere.
We black, we know
they
the
still have
dynamics
respect.
of gangs, but I'm saying like that's
where's
the problem.
Easy-E from? Where's Easy-E from?
They all Crips.
No, where's
Compton,
Easy?
right?
Where
From
is
Compton,
Easy?
right?
What hood is Easy-E from, bro?
I thought he was like, I don't know.
Exactly.
I thought
No.
Ice Cube and all them was
That
Crips.
nigga from Southside Compton,
Crip.
Crip.
He from Southside, but what I'm saying is like he from Southside Compton Crip, but that's
not what he's
That's
leading
not
with.
common knowledge. That's not common knowledge. Like most dudes.
Ben Staples is the best example of a nigga who don't put that shit in the forefront.
Yeah.
But Vince Staples
yeah.
rep a gang.
That's not true. That's not true. That's not true. Yes, he does.
Okay, tell me what.
He does. Yes, he do. Vince
Guys,
Staples
wait a
is
minute.
a Crip. What are you talking about?
Hey,
He's a Crip.
Elivez, calm down, bro. Calm down. What hood is Staples from?
It don't matter what
no,
hood he from.
Just
It don't
tell me
matter
what hood
what
he
hood
from.
he from. He's a Crip.
Listen, I'm not from LA, so I can't pinpoint the perfect set, but he rap about Crip. He's a Crip.
Yeah,
from Long
what
Beach.
difference does it make, Brandon? What
Yeah.
difference does it make if we
What
don't?
I'm telling you,
difference
he's
does
a
it make if
normal
we don't know what
dude.
hood
Like,
he
he
from?
seems like
Listen,
a normal dude, but
Vince Staples, let me tell you the cold part. Vince Staples is from 2 Ends, Naughty Nasty. That used to be a clique, and then that became a gang later on.
Right.
What is that? What's that? What area is that?
North
when
Long
you say
Beach.
on that song, North
Long
What
Beach.
what is that?
North
what part
Long
of California
Beach.
is that?
Man,
Or
could you
LA?
shut up for 1 second? I'm telling you, but you're talking too much. The north
I mean, it's
side.
like 3 people talking at the same time.
No, it's
bro.
one person, and you over talking yourself. You said what? It's the north side of Long Beach, dude. That's why it's north side.
Okay, so with that being said, why you guys making it seem like we're like us outside looking in? I'm from the East Coast, from Washington, D.C. Why do you guys make it seem like what we're looking at is not what it really is? And let me explain that. Guys from California, specifically Los Angeles, including yourself, Brandon, you guys give a lot of reverence to gang culture. You talk.
I don't give any reverence to gang culture.
That's all y'all.
I said reverence. I
don't
give a lot
any
of gang.
reverence. I don't give any reverence. I talk shit about gangs every day.
You talk shit about gangs every day, and then you go back down memory lane and talk about the way and paint these stories about your time being in gangs as if it's very alluring.
Hey, Brandon, tell me when it's my turn to say something about this, Brandon.
I got you right now. If someone,
I'm like, come on,
so
and Brandon, I'm not really trying to come at you. I'm
can
just
you
a question.
stop over talking me? God damn.
How am I over talk? Just ask a question,
and I'm
Go
trying
ahead,
to answer it.
Go ahead.
But not so. If someone talks about World War II, they're glorifying Hitler, bro.
No.
Like I'm telling you, my experience growing up, and the natural question for your mind should be, how did that guy get from this point to this point? But if you don't tell the history, then how do you actually have what validates you? What qualifies you to tell someone, hey, this is whack? If someone never gangbanged and they was like, gangbanging sucks, people would say, well, you've never been in a gang, so how can you say anything about gangs? There are some things about gangs that are appealing. Overwhelmingly, you're going to end up dead or in jail for a long time.
I need a nap, cuz.
What I'm saying is most of the time when you hear,
Wait. Who said that, Bear?
Hey, yeah, chill out with all that though, my nigga.
I'm gonna take his ass down. Go ahead. Wait, let my boy Hakeem talk, and then we'll go to you, Rich Trapper. Go ahead, Hakeem.
Hey, what's up, everybody? I guess we were talking about the PC thing. I'll say real quick on that. So I think people are confusing. So PC is being used as like a euphemism. So like you could not necessarily be in PC protective custody, but you put yourself in another situation that isolates you from people, right? So what could sus be in there for, right? I think if there's maybe like a natural one, based on what I've been seeing when I see him on the show, he's always self-medicating. So I think maybe sudden sobriety is why he would be maybe in some kind of psych medical situation. But as far as I think someone had a theory about him trying to like plead insanity or whatever. I think they can just jump on the internet and see that he's not that mental to not, you know what I mean, be held accountable for whatever he's being charged with. So it may not be specific like, oh, people are after me, I need asylum within the jail. It's probably just more of a, hey, I need to find a situation that isolates me.
Yeah, he needs safety.
Yeah.
That's what it is.
Right.
Come on, bro. Like, we
Yeah,
know
yeah.
Almighty ain't a tough guy, and he knows that. Like, Almighty looks big, but bro used to be a very scrawny dude. So you got to think in his mind, he might be big to us, but to him, in his mind, he's still that skinny dude who got beat up in that alley that day. And he was beefing with Frosty the Snowman. And he got beef with dudes from East Coast Crib. And he got beef with all these dudes he didn't talk shit to over No Jumper shit. He got a lot of phase that might, and DC Baby Draco.
Right.
So
That's the thing with the No Jumper, man. Like, the No Jumper is like the view for Glock culture.
Glock culture. Go ahead.
You know
Go ahead.
Like
Go ahead,
the show, like if you were to stay on the show, bro, like I swear, like they need somebody, another you to give more balance, because they do all start to gang up, you know what I mean, and just start firing off missiles of ignorance at one time, and it's basically strategic. It seems, you know, at certain points where it's like, oh, he's making a point that's going to make us have to think, and we're gonna have to sit and talk about that. Like Adam, I think as someone who's been watching it for a little bit because of you, I think he needs to figure out what he's doing with his show. You know what I mean? Is he bringing you on for that to bring on a balance, or was it to serve a purpose, or is he just being, you know, to me, I think he's being an actor sometimes, a lot of times, really, like with the whole thing that he said with, is Brandon gonna stay on the show? Stay tuned. You know what I mean? Like it's kind of lame. It's like
the end of Dragon Ball Z.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like only 10 minutes of action. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But that's what I think. I think he wouldn't be dumb. He would probably kind of separate you and maybe grow something from that, or try to grow something from that. I think he's trying to see what hits at this point. You know what I mean? Because that hood shit ain't forever. The audience grows up. You know what I mean?
Or everybody goes to jail.
Right. Everyone goes to jail, dies, or grows up. Right. Right. So.
Hey. Okay. Thank you, my brother. Go ahead, Rich Trapper. Is the bro still up here? Bro was getting ready to leave.
Hold on, I'm ordering Starbucks. One second.
This man right here. Hey, Rich Trapper, the most bougiest gangster ever. Go ahead, Bear. You want to talk so bad. Go bridging the generation gap. Go ahead. Just in time. Go ahead.
What's up? What's good?
Yo, what up?
Not a big fan of No Jumper, but I started watching, like, seeing clips with you. Like, you were great. Like, what you did to Almighty.
Thank you.
It's crazy. Like, I've seen, like, No Jumper, like, back in the day. It was all right. And it was cool when AD and shit was there. But after that, it just got crazy. Like, with the whole shit with Brick Baby saying it's going to kill people, everyone going to prison. Like, that guy is, like, out there disrespecting everyone. Like, Adam, I'm talking about. He just disrespects everyone, like, violates everyone, uses everyone. He's like a slave master, like, making money off everyone, not paying people, doing crazy shit. Like, I don't even know why people go up there. You know what I'm saying? Like,
right.
Like, what made you decide, hey, I want to go to No Jumper? Like, what was the mentality?
Oh, I explained that earlier. Just like he gave me opportunity to be like a better representation of like the black man, and I feel like I did that. I feel like
you did that. Yeah, you
brought
did that.
Brought that. Like
That's
a lot of
fair
people are like, I only watch it because you're on there. So, you know, but that echo chamber of ignorance is very powerful, because those little kids or whoever, we hate Brandon. I'm like, dude, these guys are relentless. Like they will make the same comment 100 times just to express how much they hate you. But guys, I've heard people on No Jumper in the comments say, we don't come here for any, somebody posted, we don't want insightful opinions. We just want crash outs.
Yo, I got a question. Have you ever heard Lush say, like,
that's true?
You ever heard Lush where like they'll be talking about somebody, some rapper, or like Poetic Flacco, he'll be talking about some rapper that went like and got like 5 bodies, and then Lush is like, okay, I don't care how many bodies he has, free him. And it's like, what type of shit is this channel on? Like,
listen, they say free everybody. They say free everybody, bro. I be like, dude, only if they're innocent. Florencia 13, go ahead. Florencia 13.
All right, I'm back.
Go ahead, Rich Trapper.
All right, so I'll say it like this. When it comes to LA gang culture, I'm gonna start off by saying LA gang culture is Los Angeles culture. Period, point blank. There isn't the city of Los Angeles as we know it without Bloods, Crips, Pirus, Hoovers, Mexicans. That is our culture. So you don't have to be a gang member to move by the way of Los Angeles culture of a basic show of respect. A lot of people forget that we come from a very tense place where you do need to say excuse me to the person you bump into because it could be an issue. We do live in a place where you do need to say, hey, my bad, pardon me, and things like that. Whereas most places, you really don't have to. I'll take the example of being in Atlanta for 8 years and now being back home in LA. A lot of things that they did in Atlanta as far as Bloods and Crips, we not gonna do. And the reason why we not gonna do it is because we're standard to a certain type of gang banging and a more traditional way of life. Now, you can't just move on that. Thank you. You can't take anything from us without taking the good and the bad. And what I mean by that is this is a historical way of thinking and a generational way of thinking. Generational traumas, generational issues, generational problems, generational whatever you want to call it. So when we say things like for myself, hey, I'm not a gangbanger, but I grew up in blah, blah, blah. And then somebody says, yeah, well, what about? That means that you just don't want to accept the answer that was given to you. With my answer specifically as far as gang banging and being a regular day-to-day person, I made it clear. I never got put on a gang. I never been beat up. I never been jumped on to be part of any type of organization. Yet I am so comfortable amongst my community because these are my brothers. These are my cousins. These are my friends. These are the kids I go to school with. This is who I play basketball. This is who I play basketball with. This is who I do things as a normal day-to-day child with. So if you don't want to just accept that, that's because you want Los Angeles to be Grand Theft Auto, and it's not. Every day, gang members aren't walking around killing people. Every day, gang members aren't walking around committing crimes. Niggas take their kids to school. Niggas take their kids to basketball games, football practice, grocery stores, regular day-to-day shit. So you guys keep looking at No Jumper as a representation of LA, but how can No Jumper be a representation of LA when it's ran motherfuckers that are not from LA? That's just the period point blank. So when it comes to dudes like, and I'll even use the Bear dude, people like to ask questions about gangbanging in LA, but then you want to play with it. Oh, let me get a nap. In real life, I would have broke your jaw. And it don't got nothing to do with the fact of me being a gang member, you disrespecting the community that I come from. It has nothing to do with me being a gang member. It's no different than if I was living in Chicago and my brother is from O Block and a nigga said F O Block and blah, blah, blah. I'd be offended because I've lost because of this. But even deeper than that, let's say I never lost anything. I'm gonna land my plane on this. And you can accept it, you cannot accept it. The reason why people like Flacco have a hard time understanding it, the reason why people like Lush or Outkast is because Los Angeles is a tribal place. We come from tribal people. So even if you want to take past the history of who this land was stolen from, tribal people. It's generations upon decades of tribalism. And when you come in between us and our tribes, we're going to have a problem. It ain't no different than if you had your best friends from the 3rd grade and it's 5 of y'all, and I walk up to one of them and spit in the face. Y'all going to want to pack me out for spitting in your homie face. And I'm going to go ahead and land my plane on that. And if you don't really want to understand it, it's cool. But just let's be grown men about it and just say, hey, I don't want to understand it and I want to see it like this, rather than looking ignorant and disrespecting the place that you're too afraid to go to talk that shit.
I feel you on that.
Yeah,
I mean, just the fact that Brick Baby and Lusher's up there to show you that there's more than just gangs in LA. Like, I've never been to LA, so I don't want to speak on like the gang culture and shit. But like, if it's really so crazy, like if I would run out. Like, if gangs were really, really like all over LA to that degree, there would be No Jumper. It would be run out. Like, you can't have someone that's from whatever he's from, New Hampshire, like taking people, disrespecting these people that are gang members live on air and live streams, creating beefs, people getting locked up, and he's still,
Well, I'll also say this too.
I don't know if he's paying for
I'm sorry.
protection, but no, go ahead. You can go.
No, bro. And no, it's not a matter of paying for protection, bro. Adam is a white man, and I get that y'all not from LA, so this might not make sense. Adam is a white man in Burbank, California, which is a known racial white privileged city. Adam doesn't need to pay for protection. He is a white man in Burbank, and if something goes wrong, the police presence in Burbank is less than 5 minutes. That's the response time. So let me just say this. Number one, go ahead, Brandon.
But let me ask you a question. Wouldn't you have to really say, like, you have to acknowledge the fact that Adam has created an opportunity for a lot of these black men that even their own fathers, some of their big homies and stuff, never created. So, like, we can just vilify him and demonize him, but at the same time, you got to give him some type of recognition for the fact that he actually hires people who otherwise would be unhireable.
Hey, Brandon, you've heard me say this in our private conversation. I don't think of Adam no different than I look at the motherfucker who put Jerry Springer on TV.
Damn.
I don't treat Adam no different, bro. Adam doesn't follow people. Adam follows metrics. You got up there and you didn't act like no nigga, and you increased the viewership by being intelligent.
But also, as many people as he hired, how many people has he put away? Not maybe him directly, but things happening on his platform.
I think they put themselves away.
Them niggas
I
put
agree.
themselves
I
in jail,
agree.
bro.
I think they
However-
put themselves away.
However, there is certain level of
Hey
like, even
guys,
with,
let's
like,
get the
Vlad-
likes up. Hey,
even
can
with
we get the
Vlad, for
likes up?
example.
Real quick, can we please get the likes up? We got 600 people in here and 200 likes. Come on, guys. On 5-5. No, I'm just kidding. Let me stop.
Fucking burnt out. Hey, I'll say this.
I don't know
being
why
from the
that
same-
popped in my head.
I'll say this being from the same community as Brick Baby. Adam didn't lock up Brick Baby. Brick Baby locked up Brick Baby. Because there's a whole
Right, but there
conversation
were
online
things
with
that-
me, Brick Baby, and ODM Slim, and I'm cussing Brick Baby out, telling him he's stupid for fucking with Loose Cannon. A week later, he go to jail.
I got you. But like, there, like for example, like with Vlad, right? You could make the argument, yeah, that you can say what you want to say on Vlad, but Vlad doesn't have to put it out. And the fact that he's comfortable exploiting the way he exploits people is very alarming. Like, it's both people to blame. So from Brick Baby and Adam to Vlad and whoever else entertains the nonsense. But there's a certain level of like, if I'm doing an interview and I'm Vlad, if someone says they're gonna kill somebody, or if I'm Adam and someone says they're gonna kill somebody and this crazy shit, I'm not gonna put that online, knowing that everyone's gonna watch. Like, yeah, it's up to that person not saying it, but there is a certain level of responsibility for the person putting it out, and it's even worse when they're black, when they're white.
But what
You
does
know
that
what I
say
mean?
about our? What does that say about our people, though? Like,
Dingo.
That's true. I'm not disagreeing, but I'm
Like-
still
like
gonna
we-
look at Vlad
and
and
this
Adam
goes
crazy.
back, and this goes back to even a crack epidemic, right? Where it's like, oh, they put we like at some point, us as a people, you sound white, but at some point, us as black people, for Rich Trapper and Brandon and the other guy, at some point we gotta hold ourselves accountable for some of this shit.
Bingo.
Yeah,
agree.
like I get what you're saying, but the accountability is the key. Like, if you're not at this point, man, we living in America, dude. Everybody got an opportunity. Conrad from the Avs, George, he said it best. He said at this point, you can't blame nobody else for you not being successful. If you, what it wasn't even Adam. It was these dudes trying to prove who's the toughest, verify or validate their gangster by talking that stuff online. Look what stupid King Pill did when he showed up on Figueroa over there on Vernon. Now, if he would have got shot there, you can't blame Adam for that. If he would have shot somebody and went to jail, you can't blame Adam for that.
Oh, he put him though.
Listen, black people have been crashing out since before Adam Grand Maison was even born. LA gang shit didn't start when Adam came to LA. They've been doing dumb shit. It's just now gang members, a lot of them are attention seekers. They want as much attention as they can get. If you've ever been around any real gangsters, dude, why you think all the gang members used to be able to dance real good and stuff like that? Because they like attention. Gang members are some of the most talented people you'll ever meet in life because they feed off of that attention. So I'm not gonna put that on. I feel like saying that you giving Adam way too much credit, bro.
Yeah, I mean, I 100% get what you're saying. I'm just coming from the angle of, like, if things are really, like, if the gangs are so intense, this shit should never happen. Like, no gang member in reality should be going over there.
Well, let me ask you guys this question too. I'll say this. There's a huge difference, and I think a lot of people who are not from LA forget this. Niggas is gang bangers and niggas are gang members. You've yet to see a gang banger at No Jumper. You ain't seen not one.
No.
You seen gang members. You ain't seen no gang banger, my nigga. There hasn't been a single one.
You like them dudes?
You ain't
who is
seen
at
no real stump down killers up there, bro. None.
Like
you see
we
niggas
was
who
at,
tell. Go ahead, Brandon. I'm sorry.
Like we was at Marathon Burger. You can't even put them dudes on camera.
Come on, my nigga. So and Brandon, I didn't want to bring it up, but I'm glad you did. As me being just Brandon, you was with me. Do I act how my homies act, or am I clearly the square homie?
You the square homie.
And niggas know what time it is. They just know that nigga fight, he'll whoop shit, and he ain't scary.
Wait, look at this. What's funny is when we went to the grand opening, It was as soon as I walked up, one of my homies was there doing security. Rich Trapper, like, damn, nigga, you really know niggas out here. I'm like, yeah, I went to school with this fool. Like,
I went to school with him, not to jail, to school.
Right. We went to high school. Like, I actually know people like in LA, Long Beach, all over the place. Like, y'all just gotta, I believe.
Y'all gotta stop using no jumper as a blueprint to LA culture.
Yes.
It's not, my nigga.
Exactly.
And then I'll even say this too. I've said this a million times. My mama told me not to go up to no jumper because she a real, and I say this with my mama and I love her. And if you ain't no LA nigga, you're not gonna get why I'm saying what I'm saying. But she a real stump down LA crippin' ass bitch. That's my mama. And she told me, hey, nigga, do not take your motherfucking ass back over there unless you're trying to go back to jail. Yeah. So LA as a whole doesn't fuck with no jumper. You know who fucks with no jumper? You niggas in the comments and in these type of conversations asking questions. You don't see us in the comments. It's you niggas in the comments. Y'all ask questions. Y'all are intrigued. The streets of LA
You
will
just
tell
said
you
it's
we don't
funny,
fuck
though.
with that.
Yo, but
earlier you
bro,
said the show's funny,
when
though.
when I was talking, I was just asking a
I,
question.
I, you never heard me say nothing was funny.
I've been out.
You said no jumper was funny. You said you like it because
You never heard me say that. You never heard me say that.
I'm just
He
lying.
meant,
Okay.
y'all be trying to play games. Shout out
my
to Adam.
I know the game he's trying to play, but if a nigga don't understand
don't
the
know
difference
you.
of
Why would I
words,
play a
that's
game
how
with you?
slow it
You
is.
said
I'm
it's
not
funny.
arguing.
Hey, no arguments on the panel.
Yeah, I'm just gonna say this. There's a difference between me saying, man, Brandon, let's go get something to eat. It's another thing me saying, nigga, let's go get something to eat. I said the same thing, but the tone is different. So if you don't understand tone and inflection and all that kind of stuff, it's not my job to teach you. That's your third grade teacher problem.
He's mixed.
Bro, you're a
he's
little
missing-
boy to me. What are you
Hey,
talking
wait,
about? What are you, like, 25?
Hey, wait,
Yeah,
you're
I'm
missing-
25.
He's
Yeah,
not 20. He's
that's
not
cool.
25.
Like,
bro.
I don't know you, bro. I'm from
Hey, wait, bro.
I'm from the East Coast, bro. I don't care what you talking about.
Bring it
Like,
to your generation.
Hold on,
Wait,
Brandon. Let me
wait.
get an isolation.
But I'm supposed
Let me get
to,
isolation. I
I'm
got
supposed
it.
to
Go
go
ahead.
back and forth with this guy
Go
on
ahead.
YouTube.
Go ahead.
This is ridiculous.
Maybe
What
he
are you
missed-
start
Maybe he
27,
missed the
25?
context.
Talking
He
to a
maybe
grown
mi-
man, bro. I don't
Okay, it's fine.
like he's a kid to me, bro. He's
Oh.
talking. He said that he said he thinks it's funny. That's all I said.
Bro in his late 30s, bro. You call him
Like,
kid.
okay, yeah, it is. He's still younger than me. He's still younger than me.
What I will say with that is, and this is
You
back to my
said
point.
it's funny. That's all I said.
Okay,
that you
cool.
said it
We're
was
past that.
funny.
Okay,
I didn't
okay, cool.
I
We
didn't
got
call
it.
him no.
Hey, bridging this generation gap. Calm down.
Okay, so all I'm gonna say is
For
this.
the hour, I just said.
But you're talking about how old you are, but you acting hella immature. Just let it
Why
go.
are you? Why you let this?
Oh
no,
my
you know
God,
what? It's
bro,
your show.
He
Do
stopped.
what you do.
He stopped talking, and you
The
was
dude talked for 3 hours. Just say this is
The
my
live ain't even
homie.
been on for 3
Just
hours.
say he's my homie. He can talk for 3 hours. Why
If I
don't you just
asked him
say
to
that?
stop, if I asked him to stop,
No,
he
you don't ask
stopped.
him to stop. It's like
Listen,
I don't have an LA accent,
listen
so
how
I'm not
you're
going to
still-
listen to this
Look
guy.
how you're still arguing, and he stopped. Now you make yourself look bad. When I told him to stop, he stopped, and you just kept going, bro. Like, chill, bro. Like, let me get these super chats. Like, whoa, black men, we some emotional creatures, man.
Far from it.
Collectively.
Far from
Nah,
it.
you was very emotional
Far
right
from
now.
it.
You was very emotional
Far
right
from. I find it. This is hilarious.
Hey,
I'm not the
Brandon,
one.
but this-
I'm not the one here.
Okay,
I'm
can I
not the
read
one
this?
here making excuses.
Okay, that's fine.
Okay,
That's
we
fine.
get it, bro. Just shut
Okay,
up.
No,
listen. Okay, Sticks and Stones LA. Hit the like button, y'all. Please hit the like button. We got 632 people in here, like 250 likes. Let's get it cracking. Thank you, Sticks and Stones LA. I appreciate that. And shout out to Sticks and Stones LA for the $5 holler in the Cash App. Guys, remember, if you don't have your card or whatever connected to the YouTube or the Super Chat, you can always contribute via Cash App or PayPal by clicking the links at the top of the chat. Thank you in advance. Global warning. I'm literally living in the Twilight Zone with you on I Thought We Were About to Get a Grown Man podcast. People actually like 607 question mark, exclamation mark. This is the Twilight Zone. Hey, thank you for the $9.99 super chat. Man, listen, man, it's a lot of young people in that audience. And understand, black people ain't in bad shape like we are for no reason. We love anything that we feel is entertainment. Something being funny for most black folks is the end all be all. Is it funny? It doesn't matter what's happening. It doesn't matter if my rent is due. It doesn't matter if my car's getting repossessed. I like this. I want to go see Kevin Hart because he make me laugh. I'm a miss paying my rent and get evicted because I got to see Beyonce. So for some black folks, entertainment is the number one priority. Just being entertained. Sticks and Stones. Oh yeah. Hit the like button, everybody. Hey, thank you for the $5 holler in the super chat, my brother. I appreciate that. Attorney Tyke, if I was Adam, I would give you a separate slot. You can bring out the black silent majority and create fireworks. Thank you, Turney Tyke. I appreciate that. Hey, bro, hey, you know about the silent majority. Guys, if you really think about it, I was noticing this with the chat too. Bro, you got about 200 people, I would say, who really hate me on No Jumper. Like, really hate me. But only about 20 or 30 of those people are actually willing to comment. The rest will just hit the like button on the comment, right? I would say it's 200 max. Bro, you got 100,000 people watching a No Jumper video. You're not even touching 5%. Not even 3% of the audience hates me. But negativity. There was a study that showed that people are more likely, if someone has a positive experience, they'll go tell maybe one or two people about a positive experience they had. But do you know that a person who has a negative experience will tell 8 to 9 people about a negative experience they had? So it's kind of like, even though there's a lot of positivity, there's a lot of people just saying nothing. They're enjoying it because they're watching it. Adam and these guys are going to focus on the negative comments. I don't know why we focus on the negative minority when we could focus on the silent majority, but that's just human nature, I guess.
It's not human nature. It's our people, for real. Like Jordan Peterson. I know you referenced Jordan
There's
Peterson.
more than just black people in those comments.
Yeah, no. You're right. But
Hey,
I'm
can I
talking
say
about
real
the
quick?
expectations
Hold on, let me finish.
I'm just talking about the expectations they have for us. Like you got Jordan Peterson, you got like Pierre Morgan, you got a whole bunch of channels that's way bigger than No Jumper that is able to to have conversation. It's funny, but it's not ratchet like no Jerry Springer shit. You know what I mean? But for us, that's our expectation. So that's what we forced to go with at this point.
I agree with you 100%. And that is the goal I have for No Jumper. Like I told Adam, you should try to be like Rogan. You should try to be like Piers Morgan because the audience is out there. You just have to let the audience know that you're open for business. But I feel like sometimes you could be held hostage or captive by your audience because you're like, look, if they leave, how do I pay the bills for the next 2-3 months while I'm trying to build my audience in another genre? Or what if that other audience never comes? You see, and that's the big thing with and let me tell you this, guys, what a lot of people aren't paying attention to. You can't have a real political show or something like that have that be the main focus of your channel when you're doing porn in the back of the studio and you got another channel where you're doing pornography. That's the real conundrum for Adam. How do I go clean when I'm doing something that's taboo? It's really inhibiting him.
Yo, I got one question. Like, I know you from what is that, Long Beach, and those two I forget the name, the two dark skinned dudes.
Yeah, the
Mr. Byron.
Yeah, the Byron. Then I heard Rich Trapper. Why don't y'all just all create your own coalition and say we about to do some Joe Budden type shit?
Hey, can I answer that? Because these niggas don't never fucking call me back, nigga. Mr. Viral, call me back, nigga, so we can get our shit cracking. And me and Brandon got some shit coming soon. We was talking about it today.
Yeah, he watching watching right now.
Because
Mr. Viral, I've been calling you all week, nigga. Call me back.
And Rich Trapper, I wasn't being antagonistic when I was talking about that LA shit. My thing is, it's like, why in the hell is the only shit we see about black people in LA is some gang shit? And then I'm talking to you, and I'm talking to Brandon, and I'm sitting there like,
bringing that conversation back up.
Hey, I'm not bringing that conversation back up.
I'm not bringing that conversation back up. I'm bringing it home and saying there's no black representation other than gang shit. But when I talk to y'all, I hear something beyond just the cliche shit that people hear across the country. So I will hope that we got that in the East Coast. We got Joe Budden. No matter how much y'all don't like DJ Academics, we got DJ Academics. We got platforms where there's normal people shooting this shit and they getting millions of views on podcasts. But on the West Coast, as somebody who travels the country and travels the world, I want to see other black people do what we do in the East Coast.
So let me tell you this, bro. 2 things. Number 1, shout out to the East Coast for doing what they do. Big love and big respect. The first point I want to make is this. what you're looking for in the East Coast, you're not going to find in LA because the culture is extremely different. So to find somebody in Los Angeles who has absolutely no gang ties in any type of way is an extreme rarity. Even if you're not actively gang banging, we all got a cousin, a brother, a daddy, or whomever. Not saying that has to be the forefront of conversation, but that's what it is. And I will use the example of back on Fig or Community. Those are conversations with people who are from Los Angeles. Not every member of those podcast groups are gang related or gang members, and they do not touch on gang politics at all. T-Rail and Smack do not touch on gang politics. AD and Pun do not touch on gang politics. They go out of their way to avoid that. Those are two of the bigger podcasts in our space that don't talk about it. And then you have people like, I do my shit. I purposely don't talk about gang shit on my channel. I go out of my way not to mention my homies in my neighborhood. You have dudes like Gangland Neem. He don't gang bang at all. And that nigga just gives you a non-bias, of what he feel like is going on. We have the channels. You guys just choose to watch No Jumper instead.
Shout out to Gangland Neem. It was funny as hell when we met that fool. Man, I'm just a journalist.
Yeah.
He thought I was really gonna flip out on him. He's cool as hell.
And so it's not that people always say, well, that's all we see. That's all we see. My nigga, that's all y'all consume. There's a billion channels on YouTube. Y'all click No Jumper. Now, I get it. It's the most popular, but y'all go watch that shit.
No Jumper ain't even the most popular like that. Bro,
it's really not, bro.
Really, when you look at YouTube, you should be consuming a plethora of different types of content. Like, I'll be watching so many random animal videos, how-to videos, history videos, science video. Like, bro, I watched a video just a couple of days ago. I found out that on Venus, the planet, it's like they have a year. A year is like 14 days or something crazy like that. Like some crazy shit, like weird just topics. But YouTube is for learning. So yes, you can be entertained by it, but the primary use is supposed to be learning. Let me read this.
And then I'll say this to kind of like to close that one out. If you look at, again, let's forget anything. Let's say I'm a liar and Brandon's a liar. Okay, we both two lying ass niggas. Gang banging in Los Angeles is a grain of sand. As far as active gang bangers, I'm not talking about gang members, but active gang bangers are a grain of sand on the beach. No Jumper's a grain of sand on the beach of the West Coast. If you choose to focus everything on this one grain of sand, that's you, my nigga. But there are so many more things going on. You got Haters World. I get that you guys said black specifically, but now I'm talking LA in general. Haters World is a Mexican-based podcast. They don't talk about Mexican politics at all. They don't bring up gangbanging. I just did Latin affiliate with Angie. Another thing, she talks all business. She don't want to talk about gangbanging. I brought up Neem. I brought up myself. You feel me? It's a bunch of people in our space that do not go into gangbanging. It just seems like everybody's so caught up. Well, No Jumper said, No Jumper said, No Jumper said. And I can't repeat enough that that's not a representation of Los Angeles at all. The city of Los Angeles.
The only thing that, in my opinion, that gives you a taste of LA culture that wasn't No Jumper was All That Digital.
My nigga, have you go check out Gangland Neem. Go check out my platform, Trap News Network. Go check out DeJean Paul, Rap Report Card, A Day in LA. Go check out Community. Go check out Back on Fig. Go check out Fair to Say. Go check out What Could Go Wrong. These are all platforms that do not talk about gangbanging. And they all LA niggas.
Okay, let me read this super chat. I seen a
Hey, Brandon, I'm finna go tap in with this nigga DeJean, bro. I'm gonna text you, but we gonna get that shit cracking. I'm free tomorrow.
Hey, DeJean, pause. All right, I'll talk to you later.
Yeah, let me know. Whenever you want to try that nigga, hit me.
Tomorrow, 10:30.
Send me an address. I'll be there.
I sent you. All right. I seen an MF hogtied, wrist to waist, 2 feet, wrist to waist to feet, and the police slid him into the court tanks like a bowling ball. You going to court for sure. Facts. Hey, sticks and stones. Facts. Like, it has to be some extenuating circumstances for you to miss court. Flacco is a true lame. He has a successful channel and money, and people still treat him like a nobody. That's what you call a true loser. I love Flacco. Shout out to Flacco. Hey, man, stop trying to go at Flacco, man. Flacco is just getting his bag. Jax Briggs, stop it. And then Jax Briggs, Flacco used to pretend to be gay and send download dudes gay messages so he can expose them. He also hired gay dudes to set up download dudes. That's funny as hell. Jax Briggs, man, thank you for the $5. Flacco is a character, man. I love Flacco. Shout out to him. I can't say nothing bad about Flacco. Practice makes paper. Salute. Brandon dropped the link. The link is in there. David Jala. No, that's not true, Jax Briggs. Come on now. Thank you. Thank you for the $5 holler, but that's not true. That's been already proven to be false. When we gonna get the flat earth debate without the administrator sideline cheerleading? I thought you was a debate king. I mean, who's gonna debate me over flat earth? Thank the Most High. Thank the Most High. You was like, I don't even know if the earth is flat, and now you want to debate whether it's flat or not. Come on, bro. Thank you for the $5 holler, my brother. Dugard, salute to you from New York. Continue to elevate. You definitely should guest appear on Sodnetter for the debates. Blessings to you. Hey, if Dan Calloway go on Sodnetter, I will definitely debate him. Thank you so much for the $5 holler, Dugard. I appreciate that. PB Capo, let's go.
Hey, yo, Brandon, I'm from South Florida. I've been following you since what's the name? The debate with the Hebrew Israelite Gorilla Hebrew. So I appreciate what you did. And now I'm seeing that they kicked you out. That you say you're not a part of No Jumper no more. That's crazy because he did a different aspect to No Jumper. It's not all about gang banging now. We could talk politics now. Something different. Problems in the black community, you know what I'm saying, that we have to talk about. And
right.
You know,
well, let me
I'm not here to even like challenge you. I'm just here.
Let me say this. So if we go on No Jumper's live stream, there's about 200 people in there who hate me, and they are very vocal. Just on this alone, I had 700 people watching earlier until I went extra long.
Exactly, from the last show. I don't know why they took you out this Tuesday show.
Yeah, so why is the opinion of 200 or less people overshadowing the 700 people who fuck with me and the 100,000 people who don't? They just like watching the show. This is why I have to go live to talk about this kind of stuff, because men lie, women lie, but numbers don't lie. I can pull 500 people to watch this. I'm at the same number that Sharp gets to watch his live streams.
But
and he was incredibly popular.
I believe it's Adam 22 because you was going at him on your last live. So he probably got in his feelings and took you off. But kept the same cast from the week before that did 100-something views. So I think it's all personal. But I like what y'all got going on. You and Aaron Hefe and Munchie B. Even Lush. Because, you need Lush to clown on. That was good TV. And you know what I'm saying? That was good TV. Even 607 Unk, he's a little annoying sometimes.
Yeah, I got nothing against Unk. He's hella entertaining.
Yeah, but I don't know how he was on his knees, though. That was some weird shit. Random. Nobody really... But to me, he's a Sherm head, though. We see that all the time. You see that all the time over there.
He on that water?
Who?
That's what we.
No, I say he's a Sherm head.
No, that's what they used to call Sherm back in the day in Cali, water.
Oh, yeah, he on some water, Molly water. He talk about he claimed Chicago, so maybe Molly water too. But he's funny. He's a character. You see how Munchie almost spazzed out on him. He said something he should have never said. So I don't know what he's there. He's a troll or what?
Hey, I don't know what this is.
And Munchie B is good.
Listen, man.
Have your own show.
Listen, we definitely have some combos. We just got. I mean, I don't know. I don't know what the deal is with that situation, but what I know is I'm gonna get up in the morning. I'm gonna walk my dogs. I'm gonna have my coffee as I overlook the Pacific Ocean. You know what I'm saying? In my nice, safe white neighborhood, and do what I always do. Shit, I have a nice life, bro. It's not bad. You don't see me complaining. Thank you, PB Capo. I appreciate you coming up, my brother.
Yeah, no problem.
AZ, last one. And then just in time, we'll give you one more. Go.
Yeah, man. Did they take you off No Jumper entirely or just the Tuesday show?
Man, I think they fired me totally, bro.
Well, that is kind of crazy because, to me, you was the one that created that good content because you would kind of come in, give a contrary opinion to all the kind of dick sucking and circle jerking that they got going on in there. And it would just create great content and great debate. So I I don't even understand the motivation of removing you.
Man, neither do I, man. It's definitely a conundrum. It's definitely tricky. But you know, Adam, he knows what's best for his platform. So
Yo,
who am I to question his greatness and authority and wisdom?
but do you think it's possible that Flacco might have like kind of like low key tried to get you fired on the low? Because I know you're gonna deny it, but just think about this for a second. When Suspect used to be on the show back in the day, not when you came, but like a little bit earlier in his career, Flacco had a show with him, and during those shows, Suspect used to always make fun of Flacco, call him a lame, tell him he smells bad, all type of shit, right? And what Flacco ended up doing, he got in his feelings and he went behind his back and used to like try to like basically tell Adam, oh yeah, he ain't fucking with the show no more. He wants Adam to cancel the show entirely. He didn't have to say that. It could have just been the show with Suspect and Gina, but he basically told Adam to end the entire show entirely just because he was mad that he got made fun of. And I remember there was an episode not too long ago with you and Flacco, and you wasn't making fun of him, but you was just telling him, you was just being real with him. But Flacco is such a sensitive weirdo that just little shit like that will make him go behind your back and like try to fuck your shit up. He will never admit it. He'll never admit to you that, because like even when Suspect confronted him, he never admit. Everybody was saying that it happened. Like Josh, the whole cast was saying it happened, but he just kept lying and lying and lying. So he would never admit that he went behind your back and snaked you. He'll never admit that shit.
I mean, anything is possible. Do I think Flacco did that? Probably not. But if he did, I don't see why he would do that on the Tuesday show. He's not even on the Tuesday show.
Yeah, but you and him was on a show. And remember when you was calling him out a little bit?
Yeah. I mean, but if he's doing stuff like that, then why even be a podcaster?
He's super sensitive, bro. Like you have no idea how sensitive he is, bro. He is extremely sensitive, bro.
There's a lot of sensitive dudes out here, though. That's facts. Like
yeah, but a lot of them they'll just kind of crash out right then and there on the spot. Flacco will act like everything's cool and then go behind your back and sabotage you.
Yeah, that's true. Well, I don't know. I don't know if he'll do that, but hopefully not. Flacco, you're in the comments. I hope you didn't snake me. I hope you didn't go behind my back, Flocksky.
But yo, check this out though. Even if they did remove you from No Jumper, I think your geopolitics content is like really good. So I think you can end up kind of creating a audience for yourself for the geopolitics content.
Oh yeah, I'm pretty sure.
You know what I'm saying? Especially with all the Iran conflicts and stuff like that.
Say that one more time. I'm so sorry.
I said, especially because of the Iran, Israel, U.S. conflicts, I think this is the perfect opportunity for you to create an audience based on things like that. Because you have a great perspective when talking about that type of content.
Yeah, that's my bread and butter. And honestly, that content makes way more money than hip hop content for sure on social media. They killing it. But yeah, I of course I'm doing that. I'm asking people like, what kind of content do they think I should make? Actually, maybe I should go back and look at that poll. Look at the results of the poll. Pause. Right now, I want to as we close, I want to show you guys like something that I feel I add to like No Jumper and like pods, because I believe that I create the momentum or like the incentive for people to like actually talk. Because like if you watch yesterday's show, it was an okay show. It was pretty good, but there was a lot of like long dead periods where certain people said nothing. And what people don't understand is when you get a bunch of people in a room, you can't just like, you need someone to get the conversation started. You know what I'm saying? It's like when you go to a party and no one's dancing. You need someone to step out onto the dance floor and start dancing to compel other people to dance. And that's kind of like what I feel I bring to the situation, because it's like when you got these dudes like sitting here, they're kind of like, okay, let's like tell me something. And that's why you saw long periods of time where 607 Unc was just like talking and going off. And it was like people were quiet because he wasn't speaking in a way that invited other people to give an opinion or that struck them to the core to where they were like, I gotta respond to that. And I'm gonna give you an example right now of how I think I have a very unique way to get that of doing that. Listen, integrity. I just don't get it, bro. And I feel like the homie should have more respect. Man, it's not a snitch. But then at the same time,
what? What'd you say?
You had the ability to interview Woody today?
Yeah.
Hold on.
If the YSL trial,
YSL case is completely over. Let's see if.
But I'm not gonna sit up and ban the homie from the
no. To make this right.
He's trying
to have over there.
Man, let's get back.
Brick baby, everybody
to this point. All right, bro. Well, if you gonna vouch for the nigga, go ahead and do.
He's still told.
It's this. If you in your heart feel like Woody ain't really a snitch, why take a DP? Why take any type of direction?
I'm gonna give Seti the response to that. What do you think? What do you want to say?
Whether Woody is snitch or not.
Thank you.
Hey,
You
hold
know
on, man. Hey,
He
hold
just
on.
said the
Let's
bullshit.
take this
Hold
straight.
up, listen.
Hey, I'm gonna
I
tell you
didn't
like
say that.
Munchie B. Let's stay in a Malibu place.
Hold up,
gang.
Listen, Malibu. Listen. I didn't say that. This is what I said. Let me say what I said.
That's a diss. Let's slow it down.
Let me say what I said.
How's that a diss?
Let me say what I said. If you a man,
Now, if you listen to that and Adam's like, hey, let's slow it down, you would have me thinking that I'm the only one yelling and talking and screaming. I wasn't saying a single word. Like, Unc was doing a lot of talking too, but what he was saying wasn't really relevant to some of the things he was saying wasn't relevant to what we were talking about, but that's the entertainment aspect. But Adam's like, oh, it's not, there was too much talk. Let's just take Brandon out. But Brandon is the one asking the most introspective questions. That's what I don't get. Take the guy asking the questions. Hold on, let me see.
No. I see it.
I'm
He
asking
removed the
questions.
zip card
I've
from
been up
St.
here with
Louis.
Brick
He
Baby
did.
and shit.
that's
I
on
ain't
6
know
soul,
that-
gang.
But you was-
All I'm saying is Woody. Listen,
Adam, do you see my point?
No, but you
I'm
trying to
asking
say
a question.
Hoover bringing some blood to
No.
No. I see it.
I'm
He
asking
removed the
questions.
zip-
Just trying to. Thank you.
hey,
You
hold
know
on, man. Hey,
He
hold
just
on.
said the
Let's take
bullshit.
this
Hold
straight.
up.
Hey,
Let me see.
Hey, go back to you got to stand.
Anybody got
Snitches, bro.
Man, hey, it could be. It's arguable.
No, it's not.
In the hood, you doing something positive.
Your grip card gone.
Man.
Then if he gonna do it, then stand for it. Don't do
Let
nothing
him
and then go back and
respond.
retract it.
Let him
Okay, right
respond.
here.
Here it is. I have a question. for him. Right.
The same reason why he called.
Okay, watch. I'm gonna ask this question, and I'm gonna like everyone's talking, everyone's going in. I'm gonna ask this question, and I want you guys to watch how once I ask the question, I didn't get to follow with my question. Everybody just dived on my question. Everyone was talking instead of me. I sat there. I thought about a question. I asked it. Everyone jumped on my question. I didn't even get to finish. Said he barely got to answer it. So what I'm saying is like, who else is doing this, bro? Who else is up here doing this? Like, and I'm not trying to toot my own horn, but it's a serious question. Who's asking questions that now compel every single person in the room to start talking?
Well, I'm sorry. Believe it or not, that's actually the issue. What you're saying is actually good in reality, but this show is not about actually creating real introspective conversation and actually challenging idiotic mentalities. It's actually about coming in, agreeing with ignorance, and just being entertaining and being basically like a clown for Adam. That's really what the show is actually about. Because if you notice, you're not doing anything wrong. You're not even over talking. They act like you over talk. They pretend that they use that narrative to try to say there's something wrong with what you're doing. But in reality, you're not talking much more than anyone else. The problem is you're challenging their idiotic just messages and mentalities and comments and ways of thinking. And that right there causes all of them to not like you. If you notice, Lush always has an issue with you. Munchie be coming at you. 607 got super mad and started standing up. And it's all because you're just challenging their idiotic statements. That's it.
Let me play this. But yet this type of shit creates more viral moments than anything because they're viral moments that everyone can watch. You talking about some S word and getting anything, like a lot of people are going to turn that off. Like, I can't watch this, you know?
Kid Cudi a snitch and then deleted it. He trying to fly up under the radar. He not trying to be on, you know what I'm saying? But I'm saying,
but the thing was, you knew Woody was a snitch when you took him to the hood.
Hold on. The same reason why he asked the judge.
Now, Munchie was talking. 607 tried to cut in on Munchie, right? I had something to say, but I said, okay, hold on, let me just wait, right? I'm the one over talking everybody, but I'm the one who's the loudest, supposedly.
Could he still be in contact with Gunner and work with Gunner and haven't did it?
But he knew Woody was a snitch before he
But
took him
no,
there.
that's what I'm saying. But bro,
He's clearly not embracing Woody.
he's
It's
not
obvious.
embracing Woody, bro.
It's
He
obvious.
embraced it when he took him to the hood, but he don't embrace it when the people don't embrace
Can I
it.
say? Can I say this?
I'm talking about Thug.
Yeah, yeah,
Thug
we're
ain't
talking
about to go
about
at the start witness and he on state probation.
Can I ask a question?
He can't.
Yes.
So
Let
he
it out.
well,
Let it out, loved one.
this guy said he'll
you been to jail
defend.
before?
He'll defend, and I have no dog in this.
Yeah, you do.
He'll now y'all say, Brandon, talk too much. Do you notice how everyone cuts me off when I start talking? So then I have to like start over.
That's just the plausible deniability narrative.
I'm just telling you, it's fine. But what I'm saying is everyone cuts me off. So then I gotta start over to make my point clear, to coherently. So it's not like I'm just trying to hog the mic. Like that's not me. Everyone overtalks. And I'm not gonna like trip about that. I'm just gonna start over so my point is clearly made. Ben,
No, you do.
the no jumper card.
No jumper K card. That's your card.
You'll defend Lil Woody to us, right? Like, oh well, Thug this and Thug that, which is basically you saying Lil Woody's not really a snitch. Why didn't you defend him to the OGs
To the
60s?
Woo! Yeah, that's what we saying. Why you ain't defend to the 60s? Why you ain't take up for him?
Great question, Brandon.
That don't make sense. It's like you left him out, like you brought him out the Cali and left him out the dry.
Because he would never have to issue no public
For
apology
once,
if nothing wasn't wrong with Woody.
Y'all assaulting his character.
Hey, hold on.
And I want everyone to notice. We're gonna play that bitch again. Notice how even Adam started dancing like, hell yeah, that was a great question. And Unc, he was like, oh my God, the limelight's slipping away from me a little bit because he actually asked a great question. And he started talking like a mile a minute, trying to like snatch back the, like, bro is very competitive when he's doing this thing. I'm like, bro, I'm just asking a question. I shut up and let them take over my question because I was just like, cook, y'all go handle it.
Probation?
Can I ask a question?
He can't.
Yes.
So
Let
he
it out.
well
Let it out, loved one.
this guy said he'll
you been to jail
defend,
before?
he'll defend, and I have no dog in this.
Yeah, you do.
He'll defend
No, you do.
the no jumper card.
No
I'm just
jumper
kidding.
K
Look,
card. That's
listen,
your card.
You'll defend Lil Woody to us, right? Like, oh well, Thug this and Thug that, which is basically you saying Lil Woody's not really a snitch. Why didn't you defend him to the OGs
To
when
the
they coming at you?
60s. Woo! Yeah, that's what we saying. Why you ain't defend to the 60s?
That is
Why you ain't take up for him?
great question, Brandon.
That don't make sense. It's like you
That
left him
was
out,
a
like
great
you brought him out the Cali and left him out the dry.
Because he would never have to issue no public
For
apology
once,
if nothing
Brandon.
wasn't wrong with Woody.
Y'all assaulting his
Hey,
character.
hey, hold on.
You
Hold
let
on.
him talk.
Hold on.
Let's say
You
good.
say you mess with him, but you let the whole California assault his character. You're not even standing up for him. Before you liked him, but now everybody's assaulting his character, but you ain't taking up for him.
Hey,
What's
hold
wrong
on.
with that
Hey,
shit, man?
hey, look, check this out. Huh? Today is 610 day. It's bad for him to say the wrong thing right now.
Yes.
But he should have did it then. If he gonna do it, then stand for it. Don't do
let
nothing
him
and then go
respond.
back and
Let him
retract it.
respond.
Let him
Serious response to
respond.
that because that is a pretty good point.
That's a really good question.
I'm the guy over talking, but they're talking and I'm telling them to let bro respond. I just don't buy it, bro. Like, if you don't like me because you just don't like me, say that, but don't lie. Oh, he's always over talking. Everybody in there over talking. We verbally jousting, bro. I'm in there with hyper ass 607. Munchie want to get his opinion in. He's a charismatic dude, and when a good point is made, everybody will talk. Shit, Ant started freaking talking. But I feel like I let everybody get a word. I like look at somebody they talking. I just shut up and let them keep going. Like,
Well, common sense triggers these guys.
but you
So
apologizing. Yeah, and so
common sense triggers these guys. So like, if you say something that's common sense, they can't see, like, because the thing is, they know they can't see you physically, so they can't try to bully you into shutting up. So that's the problem. It's like they can't do nothing with you physically. They can't do nothing with you intellectually. And at the same time, you're going to call out the hypocrisies. So it's like, damn, can we just get this guy out of here? Even Wack was trying to get you up out of there. If you watch the Wack and Adam shows, all he does is try to get you up out of there, bro. Like, it's crazy,
You
bro.
overshine them. You definitely overshine them, bro.
Exactly.
Never outshine the master, man.
Yeah,
that's what they say.
You can even tell by the side comments that like Lusher's making, like a good question for once.
Yeah,
You're
yeah.
saying the most common sense shit since you've been there.
Yeah, and it's but it is what it is. But hey, just in time, go ahead. Last comment.
What I wanted to bring up to you was I saw the other day. It's a little off topic. Was we're talking about debates though? Was the Mark Lamont Hill debate? You did a great job on that. I saw that out the blue, like it just came in recommended, and like because like I like Mark Lamar Hill, but you kind of cooked him to the point where he wouldn't even answer your question. I don't know if you remember that.
Who, Mark Lamar Hill?
Yeah, like that.
Oh,
was-
he
I
got
was
yeah.
impressed.
Everybody
Yeah.
keeps saying like, "Oh, this Mark Lamar Hill cooked you." I said, "Wait." I asked Mark Lamar Hill a simple question, and he was stuck, couldn't even answer it.
Nope, he refused to answer it, and he's definitely liberal. I could tell by the way he reacted to that white lady saying "nigger." He was liberal.
I'm the only nigger up here.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Well, no, let me cut you off because the only reason why he got mad is because Pierce Morgan was saying, "Why don't you say the word?" Like, for why?
Bro, that was the most. Bro, that was the most.
Go say the N-word?
Bro, that was the most feminine moment for any black man
No,
that
he
ever
he
been on
spazzed
TV.
out.
no one's gonna
He was
catch
wrong,
on
but then
fire because she says the word, bro.
No, he didn't want her to listen. He didn't want her to call
Myron
him.
is a fucking coon, bro.
Hey, look.
So, like,
he didn't want
come
her
on,
to
man.
tell. He didn't want her to say it, so he calls himself it. How ignorant is that?
Yeah.
I'm the only nigga. But Mark Lamar Hill be clip farming too, bro. He be trying to have like viral moments too, bro. You can just tell once you're around. Once I started being around Adam, them, I started really being able to notice it in other. Like I don't say anything with the intention like this is going to be a clip. I don't do that, but I get a lot of clippable moments, even though I don't make clips that
I don't
often.
think it was clip farming, homie. I think he was really disgusted.
Bro,
how
Mark Lamar Hill is a
he's
very
supposed to be
intelligent.
journalist. You ain't telling this lady, this
No.
white, I forgot her name, but this white lady with blue eyes. She was
He
already
could have
a
said
racist.
He could have said, "Don't you dare say that word." Bro, that whole reaction was clip farming, bro. I'm the only N-word. He literally called himself a igger.
Yeah.
Bro, that was clip farming 101, man. Stop lying to yourself, bro.
But what was
But
that lady
we all know.
doing on there?
Different video.
No, like
It's the same like when Candace Owens asked him if a man could have a baby, and he said, "Yeah."
see,
Like
that
Mark
liberal
Lamar.
shit.
I mean,
that's
he's an emotional guy that doesn't stand for anything. So you already know if you say something to him, he's gonna just spaz out.
Man, Mark Lamar Hill, that Israel money, that Palestine money dried up, so he had to go get on
What
Joe
you think
Budden's
about
podcast.
Quanell X? Because Quanell X never
He's a
changed.
goofball. He's a freaking
But he never
goofball.
changed his stance for all these years.
Man, he's
You'll see him
changed
from-
so many
he's going back
stances.
to the damn 2010s.
Man, Quanell X got more white friends, probably married to a white woman for all we know. Quanell X is something else, bro. He just always talking trash, but bro stays in great shape. I'll say that. Other than that,
People would be putting like Palestine ahead of his own people. It's crazy.
man, Mark Lamar Hill is the worst. He's the worst. He is the
Yeah,
absolute
his take
worst.
on that Carmelo Anthony shit. I'm like, yeah.
Oh
he
my
over there.
God.
Yeah, he reaching now, man.
And won't
I
bust a
like when
grape
he was
too.
fighting for Trayvon Martin and Michael Brown. But yeah, he's
He was
reaching
using
now.
those people as stepping stones, man. But all right, y'all.
Yeah, he's like an Al Sharpton, modern day Al
Dude,
Sharpton.
I need to react to that video where that white guy approaches Al Sharpton. No. Jesse Jackson. What's that other guy's name? Who's the preacher? Jamal
Jesse
Bryant.
Peterson? No.
Jamal Bryant. They're all like marching for the Hispanic
And
immigrants.
Ben Crump.
Ben Crump.
Crump.
Yeah. That was a good clip. I should react to that. But yeah, shout out to my Hispanic people, man. If y'all rocking with me, that's how I know y'all the type of people got some tough skin and y'all not taking stuff personal and y'all not, you guys are actually thinking and using your brains. Man, all the like people who are not ruled by emotion need to stick together, because if we don't, these crazy emotional bastards, they're going to have us all in the jukes. Thank y'all for coming up here. I appreciate every last one of you guys. I'm kicking you guys.
Likewise.
Peace. Hey, thank you all for watching this. I appreciate everything you do for the channel. Shout out to everybody who became members. Shout out to everyone who contributed to the stream, and everyone who hit the like button and the subscription button. Oh dang, you know what? Before I go, I gotta look at the poll. I mean, not the poll, pause. The Q&A. I gotta look at the poll. I gotta look at the poll. That sounded freaking fruity as hell. Did y'all answer any of it? Oh, you guys didn't even give a single damn answer. Wait, let me see. And boom. Confirm. No. Oh, what did I do? I don't know what happened. But thank you guys all for watching this. Until the next time, Please take care of yourselves, but most importantly, take care of one another. Peace.